Yeah, what's up? It's your boy Grizzly FOG, and you are now listening to the Ring Talk Podcast. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and holla at me at Twitter at Grizzly FOG, also on Instagram at Grizzly Ray, SoundCloud.com/Grizzly FOG, and listen to this podcast wherever podcasts are presented. Also on Anchor.fm/Grizzly FOG. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Grizzly FOG with another episode of Ring Talk. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you're listening to this right now on Spotify, Anchor, all that good shit, I appreciate it, man. If you're listening on YouTube as well, I appreciate it. SoundCloud.com/Grizzly FOG. I also appreciate that as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, it's been a what is it, like 2 or 3 weeks since episode 7. In that episode, I was talking briefly about uh, basically Asuka in her 5th year WWE. Um, Also about that whole fucking loophole with Velveteen Dream or whatever like that. If you want to listen to it, go ahead and go back, listen to it. My whole catalog is on anchor.fm/Grizzly FOG. Also on SoundCloud.com/Grizzly FOG. Probably not all the episodes though. I'm lazy. I don't know how to multitask on sites and shit like that. Um, I'm not alone this time again. Joining me tonight, we finna bullshit on this podcast a lot. This is the homie man. I known this dude since forever, and he, obviously is a part of the squad. If you subscribe to Cooling with Caleb early, you heard would have heard of the Squad World Order podcast and shit with Gil and me and shit. But I got the homie WayJay up here, bro. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up?
Nothing much.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You got anything you want to say before we get started? Promo links, shit, whatever like that bullshit.
first thing that I can think of, obviously, soundcloud.com/WayJay. That's the first one. That's the first thing I can think of. Uh, then, uh, shout out 4chan Cup also.
Ah, yeah, the 4chan Cup, man. If you ain't check that out before, go ahead check that out. Tell them what team you're a manager of and everything like that.
Oh, yeah, shit. So I manage the advice board on in the cup. Basically, what it is it's a virtual soccer league, and we put teams together. We have to add in aesthetics, and we kind of like make teams based around 4chan boards. And
It's fucking
yeah,
awesome. The
it's
characters are
honestly like
fucking
the best
awesome.
kept secret on the internet.
It really is, dude. Like I remember that one character model that you had, like a couch or whatever the fuck.
Oh my god, yeah. So the one of the teams, the Yuri board has this fucking, like, I think it's like a love seat or something like that, and then it has like it's reclined back, and it's got two girls on it. It's like fucking lesbians on a couch or some shit.
Bro, that shit is hilarious, man. But
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's good shit. If you want to check it out, the wiki page is implyingrig.info.
when
Um,
is the next season actually?
Shit. The qualifiers are starting really soon. Actually, we just finished friendlies. Um, the qualifiers start on October 9th. So
Ah, okay. That's about like what? Next week actually, right?
yeah, it's like about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks from last Friday. So about like 11 days now.
Nice. That's good shit, man.
Yeah.
Um, man, got lots. We got a lot to talk about here.
Yeah, we do.
Wait, I just want to ask you a question, man.
Okay.
Um, if you got hired by a overseas promotion to run their English account.
Yeah.
Yeah, to give updates about as far as wrestling matches and updates and shit and stuff like that.
Hmm.
What would be the first and main thing not to do on that said account that you are in charge of?
Besides, be horny on main.
Besides be horny or mean, yeah. Besides that,
I mean, the first thing that I wouldn't do is bury their talent on Twitter or anything like that. But I also just
okay,
like wouldn't promote. Like, I don't know, like because I know that people can be assholes, and I just wouldn't promote like harassment of superstars or anything. What's going on?
right, okay. So, um, it was this thing this morning. I was at work. Unfortunately, my stepdad he works on Mondays and I work on Mondays and I'm up early as shit because he works at 5 a.m. I don't start my shift till 8, so I get dropped off at my job and I'm just sitting there. I'm on Twitter. I follow Stardom heavy on what I'm saying on the heavy tip and shit.
Hmm.
Um, September 28th. Today was the day of the what we thought was dreaded Captain Falls match between Tokyo Cyber Squad and Oedo Tai. Um, thank God, fortunately, Tokyo Cyber Squad won by disqualification. But the English Stardom account, they was promoting this match that had B Priestley um, in it basically because
Okay, yeah.
as you may or may not know, B is back in Stardom.
I
Will
I
is
knew
in the
that she was
G1.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, Will is in the G1, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
for New Japan, and so B is also back in Japan. She's back in Stardom. Somebody quote tweeted that tweet that had the match information and they was rooting for the other wrestler and they called like B a cockroach and she was like they was like I hope that B gets squashed, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. And like the Stardom English account like responded with like a smart comment talking about like we already had matter of fact, let me just look it up so I won't say the fucking wrong thing.
Like a
I don't
verbatim. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to like fuck, where is it? This is the time I need like a soundboard so I can like just put in Jeopardy music or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
This shit is
Fucking
ridiculous, man.
here,
Let's
here,
see.
here. I'll look it up and we'll see if you can get it before I get it.
Nah, I think I can get it before you can get it.
Hold on.
Um, I definitely can get it.
Oh, I got it. I got it here. Hold on.
Damn it!
Shit, hold on.
I'm so
I gotta sit through
slow.
an ad first. So
No,
you
it's
can.
not even through an ad. Where are you at? Where are you at? I don't know where the fuck you are at. Oh, so you playing the Jeopardy thing for me? That's nice. Um, all right, you can cut it off
Okay.
because I'm about to reach it. Okay, um, so basically they responded with a smart comment like, "Thanks, we haven't had enough issues with SNS hate this year." If you put two and two together, that comment right there,
Yeah.
um, is terrible and fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Um, to see, because one, we already know who you are referring to. When you make that type of comment,
Yeah.
and you don't even
Exactly.
have to say the person's name. For real, for real. Um, so like, why even
Yeah. I don't get
is the
that. Like,
question?
if you're gonna be an asshole on Twitter, at least have the sense to not do it on the account that you fucking manage for a promotion. Like, at least go on your own personal account and make an ass of yourself. Don't like just
Oh,
carry the
oh, you
fucking
don't even
promotion's
have to
name.
worry about that, man. That is already taken care of. That person is already went off the deep end on their own personal account. It's
Oh
just
Jesus.
doing it on the damn motherfucking uh, account that you're managing for a wrestling promotion.
Yeah, I don't get that
Like,
shit. Who is it?
um, I'm not going to say their name. I'll just call them Crockett.
Okay.
If you know you if you put two and two
Yeah,
together and get the
yeah,
reference,
yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just call them Crockett. You know, um, yeah, they apparently they have been uh I mean it's normal for you to defend some wrestlers, but more particular they have been apparently been defending B and Will on the heavy tip. Me
Yeah,
personally, I don't really care. I've never see. I don't know what it is. I've never ever could get into B Priestley for some reason. Just like I
I
could
feel that.
never ever get into Candice LeRae for some reason. I think Candice LeRae is a great wrestler. I just don't like her character or something. I just don't know. Something's off. But B, I don't like. I just don't. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I kind of agree because whenever I like and we all know that both of them have their own issues with everything that was a big fucking deal with the entire British wrestling scene a few months back or whatever it was.
That was big.
Um yeah, that was huge. But to me it's like I don't know, I just it doesn't make any damn sense. It makes no sense at all to me. I,
It don't.
I fucking I wish that people would stop being idiots on things that they're supposed to be in charge of. Like there's a reason that companies trust you with their Twitter information.
Right.
It's just and I don't know how you can defend I don't know how you can just keep defending her that publicly with all of this shit that's been going on. That to me, I think is really what made me not end up liking her. I wasn't really a huge fan before. I don't know. It takes someone really dynamic in women's wrestling to just like really do it for me because we still have too many just kind of so and so whatever wrestlers. But I mean, there's not really that many great workers truly like Asuka or like Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, any of those. It's but beyond that, it's stupid to me that, especially on a Twitter account for a business, you're defending a superstar that is as shitty as B Priestley has been.
I
Makes no
noticed.
sense.
I think a couple days ago they had the match announcements, and the one tweet that had the match announcements for B Priestley, they just
Yeah,
shut off the comments for it.
yeah. Honestly, that anything that any promotion that's still booking any of the talent that was named in any of that stuff that was going on. I mean, they really should just probably turn off their comments for anything that they've been doing because like I mean, you even can see what's been going on in the WWE with Matt Riddle.
Oh yeah, big
Like I
time.
mean, they've like after all of that shit that's been coming out, they
Oh yeah,
have like basically just buried the hell out of him and just made him just another guy. Where really he had a big build up for a second,
yeah. He did.
and
He really
yeah,
did.
and then as soon as
Um,
everything started fucking popping, nope, we're just gonna bury the hell out of him.
yeah, that was real quick too. Um, yeah. Um, I got a question.
All right.
Being a Packers fan, I want you to explain to me some shit that I seen last night.
Okay.
I seen
I
this
watched about the
man.
last. I watched like the last half of the game. So
I seen
let me
this
see.
man, Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
pull some Madden '06 cone vision type. You remember the cone vision on Madden '06?
Yes. Yes.
This man is looking one direction on the field
Uh
and
huh.
passes in the other direction.
Like some Pat Mahomes shit.
How?
Man, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is a fucking cheat code, and it's like every fucking year I keep thinking this is the year he's gonna decline. This is the year he's gonna decline. This is the fucking year, and I keep thinking it, and then you know what? Fucking, he just doesn't. He gets better. It's like a fine wine.
No, that boy looks good this year. They're 3-0.
Yeah, no, and
Um,
and did you? There was another thing that I saw on TV actually. Whenever the whole fucking match or not match shit, the when the game was going on, it was this 3-0 start has had the most points scored in franchise history in the first 3 games.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I think that I think they might be special this year, but I don't know. There's a lot of teams that are really good.
Oh yeah. The Bills are actually like
Yeah, I
one
was
of
about to say the Bills.
that boy. Shit, man. They got one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. I'm just say that. Josh Allen, man.
Uh huh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, he pulled it together. Like honestly, I saw that he had that he lost a fumble, didn't he, or was it an interception? I don't remember.
Uh
I
huh.
think it was, but he I saw that he had that, and I was like, shit, did he not have a good game? And then I looked at I looked at the final score. It was on Sports Center because I was watching it earlier today,
Right.
and I saw they won. They pulled it back, and and he did really well actually overall in the game. I was like, shit, he must
Hell
like
yeah.
really be turning into a team leader over there. He's putting it together.
Oh yeah. Man, we had a dog fight yesterday. We lost 38-31.
Yeah,
Matt, I mean, fuck. Russell Wilson looks like he could win the MVP this season,
yeah, I
hands
agree
down.
with that.
That's going to be my pick for MVP, Russell Wilson. I think he might make a Super Bowl appearance. Um, I was talking to my coworker at work too earlier, and I was like, dude, we got to work on defense badly for years, and like people are just thinking that Earl Thomas is the fucking solution to the defense. And while he's a good addition, I just don't feel like that's going to be enough. Um, we did show out defensive line did show out yesterday, get some sacks. But
I
is what
still
it is.
think that you've got some pieces to work out in the offense for sure.
Oh yeah,
The
definitely.
like I don't know if Dak is nearly as elite as everyone thought he was.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, he got the pieces right there. He got CD right there.
Mm-hmm.
Gallup, Amari Cooper. I know
Not to
Jarwin is
mention
out.
Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke, obviously. You know, I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, uh, I think you might know one of my reasons for me thinking that the Cowboys might be a little bit worse off with the new hire they had, Mike McCarthy. Um, and so, dude, when I was watching the highlights of that game, I don't think that man had a shirt on underneath that jacket.
Oh God.
I think he was just wearing the jacket.
Oh God. Damn. Talk
Yeah,
about.
nah, that's. I,
Oh God. Ugh.
as much as I really have doubted Matt LaFleur, I think that I feel a lot better about him watching these first 3 games this year.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah. Them boys are playing football, but you guys are not in the worst conference in the league.
yeah, that's true. I don't know,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
Washington looks okay.
They do. They do. They do. I could give them that. Rustin, they do look okay this year, but I don't know. This whole division looks like it's going to be in shambles this year. You got the Eagles with a fucking tie. Um,
Yeah.
I don't even know who the hell else they have besides Carson Wentz. Um, like
Yeah,
I
they
really
lost it. Like I was about to name like a couple that I thought of and then I remembered
Nick
like
fucking
LaShawn McCoy
Foles
is not
is
there. Yeah.
Nick fucking Foles is the new starting quarterback for the Bears.
That's good for the Bears. I don't like it, but that's because I want Mitch Trubisky to be their quarterback forever, so they can suffer. But
Ah, that's great. Um, Daniel Jones, I don't know how that's working out. Um, Good riddance to Jason Garrett. You know,
Yeah.
um, yeah, the shit's gonna be in shambles. It's gonna be interesting NFC East this year. That's all I
Yeah,
gotta say.
I honestly there's a few divisions that I've kind of been thinking are going to look pretty interesting. Like I think that the North is going to be a battle between the Vikings and the Packers if the Packers don't just like pull away and win outright like they usually do. But even like I mean I really do think that in the NFC East we're gonna get like what happened. I think a few actually probably not a few. It was like 10 years maybe ago, where like every team finished with a losing record or tie record.
Oh God, man.
Yeah, no, I think it might be that bad over there this year.
Oh God, man. I could see it too. I don't even doubt it. I could see it. I could see that shit, man. That's crazy. You know.
There's another thing that I was thinking about because I have a friend that's a Saints fan, and so I was talking to him and a few of my other friends because we have a like this little Discord together, and so he was like, I don't know if the Saints are going to win first in the South this year, and I was like, man, there's no way. And he's like, but Tampa Bay. I'm like, dude, Tampa Bay ain't gonna do shit.
Oh, you really think so?
If they do anything, it's going to be because of the fact that they have a competent quarterback, like for once in their franchise history, and are
So
just
Bob Johnson
barely
wasn't a confident quarterback?
competent. But I more at least in recent history, in the last like probably what 15 years at least
I mean,
ish.
you right. I guess I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
like
I mean, Tom
it's
Brady
like
is 900, but I mean,
I mean, you they had Fitz Magic, you know.
he's on the Dolphins though. I thought
Yeah, he is, but then he played for the Bucks.
he well, yeah, okay, he did. I forgot about that. I think that maybe they just finally got the pieces to like fall into place, and I
Finally got the pieces is a fucking understatement when you got Tom Brady and motherfucking Gronk.
yeah, exactly. Well, okay, and there's another thing actually. Have you fucking noticed that or not noticed? Did you read? There was an article that I read. I think it was on Twitter that I saw it. And it was basically they were talking to the Bucks coach, and he said basically that he didn't really have a lot of plays for Gronk. He didn't have a whole lot of routes for him to run. He wants Tom to focus on the wide receivers, and there's not going to really be a whole lot of tight end play.
Well, he has to build up his chemistry with the wide receivers anyway because they didn't have any preseason. They only had training camp, but that's it. I mean, watching
Yeah,
Mike Evans and Tom Brady work the first game against the Saints, they was like fucking off. And
yeah, and thank God they seem to kind of get it together because he's on my fantasy team, so kind of needed that.
but yeah, I can see why they say that. But it's Gronk is going to be Gronk, and I mean, let him do what Gronk does, man.
Yeah, I mean, like don't get me wrong, Gronk is a man and a half, but I'm just worried that he's not going to be as offensively proficient as
Right,
he has been.
that is a good statement. It's a good statement to make. I agree with that. Um, yeah. So off of this, let's try to get it back on track. How? Well, I'm just going to ask your overall rating of Clash of Champions last night.
Honest to God, they actually got it together a lot better than I thought that they were going to after all of this shit that we were finding out yesterday. Like
I
Nikki
mean,
Cross gone, and then both
talk
of the
about
tag
motherfucking
team champions gone.
scrambling, and we're gonna talk about this shit in a minute. But man, Jesus Christ, they at least they didn't Monday Night Raw the damn pay per view.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like they actually pulled it together pretty fucking well for the amount of time they
Like
had. I'm really shocked.
they actually thought it out. All right, they was like, all right. So these matches aren't happening. Okay, let's bring Asuka and Zelina to the main card. Let's put one of these tag team matches on the kickoff show. That's what how it was supposed to been, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, no,
Why
100% agree.
you usually 9 times out of 10 you're going to have a tag team match, or at least the IC belt or the US belt on the kickoff show. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to put a world title, again, world title. The
Mm-hmm.
Raw Women's Championship is recognized as a world title. It doesn't make sense to put a world title on the kickoff show. It doesn't make sense to have Asuka, a caliber wrestler like her, and Zelina Vega, who is out there looking to showcase her talent to a new audience. Because if you did or did not know, that girl can wrestle.
She
She
can
was
go.
back in TNA, and she could go, she could wrestle. Those two women did not deserve that, and I guess God heard our prayers, but not like I didn't want it to be like that. Like, damn, I was like, okay, the guy, like I wanted to see I wanted to see Nia Shayna go tonight, but damn, I ain't mean like that,
Yeah, I like
Like,
if you're gonna have your like a world title defended on your pay per view, then you need to have it on the pay per view and not on the kickoff show because that's what people want to see. I'm sorry, but on the night of Clash of Champions, not everybody is gonna be tuning in to watch fucking. Uh, is it Shayna? Is it Shayna and Nia?
yes,
Yeah,
it's,
Shayna
it's,
and
it's
Nia Jax defend the women's tag team championships. They don't want. They're not gonna want to see that, and I don't get why that was on the main card above Asuka and Zelina Vega, because both of them are good. I guess it's because they want to be able to have people to tune in because they want like one good match on the kickoff or something. But like,
yeah,
fucking,
no,
it's dumb.
no, those ladies deserve to be on the main card. SmackDown Tag Team Championship was good. It was okay, it was all
Yeah,
right. Um, that's why I thought it deserved to be on the kickoff show, because we all knew the end result was going to be Shinsuke and
and
Cesaro
Cesaro. Yeah,
retaining,
yeah.
and like you know, I don't know, man. Like that I don't know. At least the pay per view kicked off so great. That fucking IC ladder match was awesome.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
I
10 out
that
of 10.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was like the whole thing that was getting me though for a second because I watched it right when I woke up this morning because I had to go to bed like super early last night. I watched it and I'm I'm watching them wrestle, and there was that spot where I think it was AJ throws a ladder through the ring and then it hits Sami Zayn like a lawn dart and then just the ladder falls over. It freaked me out for a
Dude,
second
I thought
because
he
I
broke his
thought he,
fingers.
well,
Like,
yeah, that, but I thought that it was like that they were just having normal fucking ladders, not these like little tiny
no,
pathetic
they have
excuses
small
like step
ladders, they
stool
have
ladders.
big ladders, medium sized ladders. I'm like, God damn. I mean, why are these small ladders here for? What
Yeah,
are they
no,
here for? But
that's what was
they
killing
were
me.
here for a purpose, and that was the comedy for the last part of the match. Because I never seen a man get handcuffed to a motherfucking ladder by his earlobe.
No,
That is some
that yeah,
fucking funny shit. I swear to God, Jay Sammy is a fucking genius
he
for
really is.
that.
It's so that's a really great thing to start utilizing with Jeff, and I don't know how they didn't start doing it sooner because we saw Randy like was
Yeah,
putting the screwdriver through it. That was the first time we'd ever seen anyone do anything with his earlobes. I'm kind of
yeah,
shocked that it took. I'm shocked it took us that long.
yeah, definitely. Um, piercings in wrestling, it's kind of like a hit or miss. I remember Triple H and Batista at WrestleMania, and
Oh yeah,
didn't like Batista have a piercing that Triple H messed with or whatever, took out?
yeah. Fuck. What was that? I know exactly what you're talking about. Was it like a nose ring, maybe?
Yeah, it was like a nose ring or something like that.
Yeah, like he was pulling on it or something and trying to pull it with like pliers or something.
Oh yeah.
I think that was what it was.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like so. I mean, I guess it's not really that new of a thing to start doing, but like, holy shit! No, whenever I saw him start handcuffing him with his ear to the goddamn ladder, I was just like, "Are you kidding me?"
I was like, what?
Yeah, for a
Like,
minute
what
I
is
thought
going?
that they were gonna have him climb up the ladder with a ladder attached to his ear, and then he was gonna grab the titles for a second. Because tell me that that's not the most WWE ass ending of all time.
Exactly, man. I swear to God, that shit would have been crazy. I would have just turned off the fucking pay per view right there. I don't know, man.
I honestly would have just stuck around to see the hilarity of it all because like as soon as that happened, like you've got to be like, holy shit, what else are they gonna do?
I swear, man. Um, wow. Nia just called Liv Livy Boots, and I don't know how to feel about that.
I I don't like that very much.
Livy Boots, Livy Boots, with a lot with like three V's and two Y's. Like, why, nigga?
Is that on Twitter or something?
Yes, it's on Twitter. I'm looking
Jesus
at it right
Christ.
now. She tweeted this 3 minutes ago.
Oh Christ.
Um, Speaking of women, let's talk about uh the women
Yeah.
and Jesus.
So do we start with the match or do we start with what we need to rant about first?
No, we'll start with the match. We'll start with the match. This
Okay.
tonight will mark the second night. Well, the second time actually that Asuka will have been in 3 championship matches in 24 hours time. She did it last month at SummerSlam. Wrestled Bailey for the SmackDown Women's Championship, lost due to interference from Sasha. Won later that night in the Raw Women's Championship match against Sasha. No help from Bailey at all for Sasha. And then the next night on Raw, she found herself in the motherfucking lumberjack match for the Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. Bailey tried to interfere, but thanks to Shayna, they lost. Well, her and Sasha lost, and Oscar
Yeah.
retained the belt. Um, Took the next pay per view off, which was Payback. I can understand that.
Yeah.
You don't want to over exert your empress, your main workhorse of WWE.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying.
yeah, you don't
Like
want.
I she is, and I do not say this very lightly, the probably the best worker in the WWE. If it, maybe like second or third I could see, but I don't see how anybody can say that she's not at least in the top 3 performers in WWE right now. I don't care if you don't like her, how the hell can you not like her? She's brilliant in the ring. It's stunning to me that anyone can not like her because everything that she does is smooth like fucking butter, even when other people mess shit up.
And like,
And yeah,
we'll get to more of that, but let me get into the match.
yeah,
Zelina versus Asuka. It was what I thought it was going to be. I knew Asuka was going to come in and not take Zelina seriously, but Zelina showed out. She did, showed in the Empress
mm-hmm.
that okay, yeah, you might not take me seriously, but I'm gonna show you I shouldn't be taken lightly. And I think that was a good match between them. Um, I've seen a couple people say, Oscar had to slow down because of Selena and her pacing and shit like that, and
Yeah,
stuff like that. I think that will get worked out later. Maybe we'll see a better match tonight, which is probably going to be on in like 15 minutes, but
yeah,
we'll see hopefully we'll see a better match tonight. Hopefully we won't see a dirty finish or uh, a disqualification or whatever the fuck, because I'm getting tired of these disqualifications. in this
Yeah.
reign. Um, Here's the problem that I feel like the fans don't understand. We were just talking about this woman being a workhorse earlier. Bailey comes out. We just talked about earlier why Nikki wasn't there. And so WWE called the audible. They was like, all right, Bailey, just go out there and talk.
And this is the
Bailey went out
smartest
there.
fucking move they've had in a minute.
Yeah,
I will say I gave the bookers a lot of credit.
they didn't just send her out there to just cut another promo. She could have went out there and cut a promo on Nikki, be like, blah blah blah. You just show up, you scared, blah blah blah. Kind of like how Taz did to Mox. Remember when Mox had the
Yeah.
quarantine,
Yeah.
and that was the famous sloppy shop promo, and look what happened to them now. Um,
Yeah, fucking right.
they didn't send her out there to do that. Instead they sent her out there, and she perfectly said out her mouth, if there's any woman back, she didn't say if there's anybody on the SmackDown roster back there that want to challenge
Yeah.
me for this. She said, if there's any woman that's back there that is willing and capable to challenge me from this belt, come out here right now.
And
Who
then
does that shit? The fucking
yeah.
Empress.
Mm-hmm. Who the run's right out there. She wanted to be Asuka two belts again. And you know what? God damn it. This is that's exactly why I'm calling her a workhorse, because not only did she just work fucking two matches in one night, last month, she did it again, and then is now about to have another championship match, even though technically this one wasn't really like booked for her to be, but she still went out there, fucking did it, gave a great match, and only lost because Bailey is playing her heel character very well and did some
Yes.
cowardly shit,
Yeah.
and that's the only reason that she lost, and I think we all know that.
Yeah. Um I just excuse me. I just don't um the fans don't understand shit sometimes, man. You don't have you can see somebody else go out there. Yes. Who the hell are you going to bring out there? Let's start off. Let's count it. You don't have a Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
You
nope.
don't have a Naomi. She just had a large fibroid taken
Yeah,
out of her
she's had a,
stomach.
yeah, holy shit.
Um, Lacey Evans, I don't
No,
really know. No.
no.
Alexa Bliss, no, I don't really see that.
Not right now. No,
Not right now.
yeah, yeah.
Let her build that the things she has going with the Fiend character and shit like that. I think that would be
I
lit.
think that once we get her fully integrated into her role as being part of this new Wyatt family,
Right,
then I think that we can talk about letting her go on a tear through the women's division and like letting her have a shot. But
right.
right now they're building they're doing what they need to do with her.
You don't have a Dana Brooke.
Nope.
Um, Lord knows who the hell they're doing with Carmella. Apparently, she's the one that's getting the weave makeover or whatever the fuck. We've been
I,
seeing those vignettes over the
I
past few weeks.
I wish that they would stop with that shit so
Remember
bad.
Emelina?
Oh my god. And then she lasted for 5 fucking seconds and it was terrible. This is it's gonna be the same fucking thing
Eva
when they do this
Marie.
with just yeah, oh my god. Fucking hell.
She
It
had that
never
fucking
goes
baseball
well.
announcer, bro. I never forget that shit.
Fucking yeah. They and this is why I keep saying like I don't trust WWE's product completely all the time. Like, do they have some great talent that can go? Yes. Do they do this shit once a year? Yes. And it's terrible. And it never works. They always have some sort of stupid fucking hype build up for some literally who, and it never fucking goes well. The last time that they did it was with Lacey Evans, and what's her fucking finisher? The women's right. Please give me a fucking break. Man, this is a whole other thing that I need to have a little rant on for just a second. Why the hell is a goddamn punch your finisher?
Ask the
You're
Big Show. Ask Roman
even
Reigns.
okay. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Why do people do this? Why is a punch so fucking powerful? Big Show just literally goes like he's punching people anyway, and then this one's just like a little bit more reared back version. He's like, oh, yoop, and it fucking is, we're supposed to fucking think that this knocks people out. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn. And then fucking Roman Reigns, at least the thing with the Superman punch is that it's not overbooked to hell. And they at least usually make him spear someone before or after. And it's like, it makes more sense when it's a combination, especially one where if you. And I gotta. It at least has some extended power behind it with a fucking jump and and I guess if you like to think of Roman Reigns as a cyborg and not a fucking human man, he's cocking up some fucking bullshit,
Some Vince Carter
channeling his
type
power
bullshit.
level. Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense for you to have a wrestler that can do so much other shit and you're like, we're going to give them a punch for the finisher. Fucking, I don't. Stop. No one wants this. Nobody. I promise you.
Oh man, I'm done.
Like
Shit.
shit. The last thing I will say, because all this bullshit happened with booking big men. If you're gonna have a big dude and he's so powerful that a punch is his finisher, then maybe don't make it his finisher. Make it a lot more exaggerated also, and make it like more of a signature move. That's why I'm okay with the Superman punch more.
Yeah.
But if you're just
But the
fucking
women's right.
cocking back, well, yeah, that. But I'm talking more about the Big Show right now because this
Well,
is where
yeah.
most of the bullshit started. You're telling me that I'm supposed to believe that the same fucking punch this dude always throws suddenly is now a knockout punch, even when he's already doing it normally? Like, come on. Choke slam. I see that as a finisher. A power bomb. I see that as a finisher. There's a lot of different shit that you can do with big guys that's been done, and it makes no sense for
Did he do
one
it last
punch.
night?
No, he did a choke slam on Randy last night. That's going to be on Botchamania. I can tell you. Just watch out for the next one. He fucking had it, and then Randy jumped, I think, a little bit too high whenever they were doing it, and he lost his fucking he lost the grip around his neck, and then he threw him down and just
Holy shit.
like palmed him on his chest through the table.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, no, it was that was a good spot, but it could have been better pulled off. I think it's just one of those you can't really do a whole lot right now with people that aren't in the bubble and whatever. But that's for later because I got more to say about that shit.
Yeah. Okay, so calculating all of this bullshit,
Yeah.
let's look at the raw side of things. Besides Asuka,
Yeah.
Nia and Shayna are out. They're doing whatever the fuck they want with Bianca Belair. I don't know why. Bianca should have been an established opponent to Asuka by now.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not they are misusing a lot of women talent, and then they're building up women that do not deserve to be outside of a backyard wrestling ring.
Why you gotta shade Nia like that though?
Man, not even Nia. I like even fucking Lacey Evans. I don't get it. She's no good. She doesn't do anything.
Oh man.
But just like fuck, when you have someone that can do dynamic shit like Naomi, Bianca, fuck, Ember fucking Moon, and I know that she's been hurt, and I don't know exactly what's going on at this point. Is she
Dude,
still
okay.
hurt?
Yes, dude. Okay, so look, she had a torn Achilles,
Yeah.
but it wasn't serious enough to the point where she had to get surgery. So she
Yeah.
still wrestled on it.
Oh
But
my god.
lo and behold, running after a 24/7 championship, she tears the shit again completely off. And yeah, it's terrible.
I
It's terrible when you think about it.
they they need to be better about telling people when they can't fucking wrestle. Like it's the same thing with the goddamn concussion, but like they're so quick to jump on the
Don't
concussion
even
policy.
get me started with the concussion protocol. You
Yeah,
see,
they're like
let's
they're so.
let's
Uh,
let's go back. Let's go back to December 2019
yep.
at a little pay per view called TLC. They
Uh-huh.
had this women's tag team championship match that pitted Charlotte and Becky against the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one particular spot where Charlotte took Kairi and she threw her into the barricade.
Yeah.
But under the barricade there was no padding. There were padding, but there was
Oh
this
yeah, I remember this.
thing of concrete and Kari bumped her head on that concrete and she was
Yeah.
concussed. Becky Lynch was the hero of that match. Becky understood what the hell happened to Kari Sane. Becky not only understood what happened to Kari Sane, Becky took the time to tell Charlotte and Asuka, hey, Kari might be hurt, might be concussed.
Yeah.
Take care of her. Charlotte did the fucking exact opposite of that, okay? She gave her a spear. She did whatever the fuck she did with her.
Uh-huh.
And the topping on the fucking ice cream, right,
Yeah.
was the fucking power bomb spot. Remember she power bombed her through that table? And
Yeah.
remember Kari was
Yeah.
trying to get her attention by slapping her and shit? Remember
Yeah.
when Kari was basically dead weight?
Yep. Yeah, I remember this fucking vividly now, actually, and and that is another thing. Fucking hell, the four horsewomen, Charlotte, Sasha, Bailey, and Becky. Out of all of them, I'm gonna be really fucking honest with all of you. Charlotte's the worst, and it's not close.
It's not fucking close, bro.
That like
It's not.
she does not deserve to be at the same caliber as fucking Sasha Banks, Asuka, Becky Lynch. I miss Becky Lynch to death, by the way, even though she's having the Demon Messiah's baby now. And I,
Yeah.
whatever,
See
good
now.
for her. That
Uh,
they're,
we say we say this shit about Charlotte, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. People like Becky Lynch, people like Charlotte, they are severely missed right now.
yeah, no,
Why?
they really are. I mean, shit. There's one thing that I was thinking, because why is Charlotte gone now? I
Charlotte
honestly am
had
not aware.
to. Charlotte, I think, had to get surgery because she was written off TV after tapping out the Oscars. She got attacked backstage by Nia Jax. Obviously. Um,
How long is she
and
supposed to be out for? Because I have a theory.
until I'm assuming Royal Rumble, they originally said Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's up with that, but I think she's supposed to be out until Royal Rumble.
I have a theory. I don't. Everyone's saying that the vignette girl is Carmella, and I will believe that for now. But there's something in the back of my mind that's really just thinking that they're just building up Charlotte, and they're just trying to do it in a weird fucking way
That doesn't.
to
I don't
not.
know because that doesn't even look like Charlotte's body
I know, like it
as I turn
doesn't
on Raw.
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. But I don't know. I really just I don't put anything past WWE anymore, especially when she's gone and they can have her come back and cut promos, because she is a good promo.
Yes.
So they can just have her come back and cut promos until she's cleared to wrestle again or whatever. The only two ways I see it is that if she does come back at Royal Rumble and that's the timeline, that they're not going to have her do anything until Royal Rumble, and I'll buy that it's Carmella. But if she's clear to come back a little bit sooner, I think that they might just have her be coming in early and trying to cut some promos and building herself up, and just trying to come at the expense of. Is she going on SmackDown or Raw, or do we know?
Who? Charlotte?
Well, no, I like whoever this mystery vignette girl is.
Oh, SmackDown.
Smacked. Okay, so I don't know. I was gonna say maybe Charlotte, if she came back, was cutting promos on Asuka, would make sense, but I don't know. I think I'm just cautiously aware of the fact that she's going to be coming back at some point, and that everyone wants to see the more um, established women's stars.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I fucking hate these vignettes though, man. I hate them. I wish that they would give these women more of a build than I was basically a Victoria's Secret model. Hi, how are you doing? I'm coming in here. I have a dress and lipstick, and I'm pretty. I'm not gonna buy Carmella as that.
no man.
Like
I actually love Carmella the way she was.
that's what I'm
Um,
saying.
I mean, I'll give it. Of course, I'm gonna give it a try. But
Yeah.
if I don't like it, I'm not gonna be invested. I think that's gonna be the same with the fans.
Yep.
Uh,
It's gonna be the same thing that happens every time they try this
yeah,
because no one wants it. The only one that's been able to pull it off is Lacey Evans, and that's because she can't wrestle and is the only person on the roster, NXT or otherwise, that I could feel like could even pull off a gimmick like that.
yeah. Um. Okay, so back to what I was saying.
Yeah, sorry, I get off on this fucking
Oh
shit.
no, no, I love to hear it though. But okay, so basically the question is who's going to step up. This has been
Right.
the whole question since March what? March 12th, March 13th. I remember watching AEW.
Yeah.
Wasn't the same week the COVID out, the COVID outbreak happened with the Rudy Gobert game that night.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Hmm.
that the same AEW when this dude Cody flew off the motherfucking steel cage?
I think so.
I think it was.
I think so.
I can't remember, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, ever since that episode of SmackDown, when Asuka showed up, attacked Alexa Bliss,
Hmm.
it's been crazy ever since. And it's been I feel like I feel like um the two women power trip run during um August, July and August,
Yeah.
that was dope. That was real dope. That was dope to see. Just it was kind of hurt as an Oscar fan to see it, but it was dope to see who was stepping up, and during that time, Bailey and Sasha was stepping up. They were the top heels. Oscars was the top face,
Yeah.
and um, basically, um, I still I wanted to say like that. It's been if there was an MVP award, and we all know. I feel like we all know who deserves it as the male wrestler,
Yeah.
and it's between Drew and Randy, for real, for real. Randy has
Yeah.
been fucking phenomenal this year, whether people know it or not. But Drew has been top notch as well.
I think that this has unironically been one of Randy Orton's best years in wrestling since he's been performing.
Yeah. Um. But as far as women go, of course you have Bailey. She is basically almost a year with the SmackDown Women's Championship. She's been a dominant figure. Her
Has
turning
it been
heel
that long?
does
Shit.
yes, it has. It really has. I think she didn't she win it on the debut episode of SmackDown on Fox, if I'm not mistaken, because that was the
I
episode
gotta
when
look
she
that
turned
up really
heel.
quick.
I'm pretty sure
Um,
that was the episode when she turned heel. They did a lot of shit in that episodes. Bailey turned heel. Kofi got squashed by Brock to
she
lose.
she won the championship whenever it turned heel, right? Or
Yeah,
whenever. Okay, hold on.
yeah, had
Let me
to. I
look.
think. I
Holy
think.
shit, you're right.
Yeah, she won it on that episode.
October 11th is gonna be a year.
Yeah. We're very close to it. Um, she's been dominant, but she had her losses.
Yeah.
She lost to Kari Sane, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, she still retained um last night, due to DQ. Um, she's been a dominant champion.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like you look at the just the other aspects. There's only three women that you can say that's been on top notch this year, besides Becky Lynch, who is like a scratch off because of her pregnancy. There's been Asuka, Bailey, and Sasha. And
Yeah.
if you look throughout the year of what they are having, who has been consistent throughout the year, it's Asuka.
Yeah. Like it
She's
easily. It's
been
Asuka.
red hot since January. January went to Royal Rumble, lost against Becky Lynch, lost that Raw Women's Championship opportunity. She was like, okay,
Yeah.
did her matches on Raw, was able to get a rematch against Becky. She lost that one. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
this was the episode when Shayna Baszler arrived to the roster and she bit Becky's neck, and I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck. Uh, um, then Elimination Chamber comes. Basically, Asuka was the only person to get offense off in that match against the other contestants. She was literally the last person to come out in the chamber, and
Yep.
was literally the only person who got offense on Cena. Although she lost, got choked out. So okay, Kari hasn't been around, and she's been red hot on her own.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost the tag team titles at WrestleMania. I still don't really know why Kari was never really around like that. Maybe she was, back in Japan. Remember back in February, she got married. So she was, that
Yeah.
was one. Early January, she was still out with a concussion. Obviously, we just talked about that. But during the COVID, the first months of the COVID, she wasn't really there in the performance center with Asuka. So Asuka was really going at it basically alone by herself. And they lost the belts at WrestleMania. Unfortunately, that was transitional with Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss had. They gave it
Yeah.
to Bailey and Sasha. Um, and then, Money in the Bank comes in May. She wins that. Literally, she wins the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yep.
This is the shit that I'm going to rant on.
Okay.
You had somebody win the Money in the Bank briefcase. I
Mm-hmm.
remember the promo for Raw. Becky Lynch will confront the Money in the Bank briefcase winner. Tell me, Whaley, have you ever seen the champion confront a Money in the Bank briefcase winner?
Never. Nah.
Never.
That's never happened.
So we automatically assume something is up.
Yeah.
Monday, we hear like these rumors go around that Becky is pregnant. She walk out with the Money in the Bank briefcase, saying that she has to take time off. Asuka comes out irate. And Becky was like, I'm glad that you came, and stuff like that. She opens the briefcase, and the Raw Women's Championship is inside the briefcase. She clearly says on the mic, she says, I had the match stipulated to whoever won the Money in the Bank briefcase that they will become the new Raw Women's Champion. Now, what if we was sitting here and Shayna Baszler won, and we was like, "Oh, Shayna, you was handed that title. Oh, Nia, you was handed that title. Lacey, you was handed that title. Dana, you was handed that title."
Right.
It becomes repetitive and repetitive and repetitive, and that's what Oscar's been hearing all this time. Oscar, you was handed the title. Nia Jax said it. Sasha Banks said it. Yo, you was handed the title. Zelina said it 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And Asuka is in her second reign now. She won it outright from Sasha. And she's in her second reign and she's still hearing it. Oh, you was handed the title. You was
I,
handed the
I
title.
I don't fucking get that shit because and here's why. It would make sense to me if she didn't consistently win every time that she defended her title. It would make sense to me to say that she was handed the title if she won by nefarious means or whatever every time that she won a match, but she doesn't. She wins clean. She wins powerfully. And like without a question of who is the one that's in charge in the match. I haven't seen anybody besides Becky or shit, even Charlotte, Bailey, or Sasha give Asuka a match where she wasn't completely carrying them.
Right.
It's like it's so obvious who the person in charge should be and who the face that runs the place should be on the women's division on Raw. And you're just gonna keep saying that she was handed the title?
It's
Like
ridiculous.
I think that Asuka would have. I really wish that we would have gotten to see it, the Becky versus Asuka match, but I really think that we would have seen Asuka just beat Becky. I don't think. I think it would have been a great match, but she would have won.
Yeah, I think that would have been revenge from Royal Rumble earlier this year. I mean, they had a
Exactly.
banger. They'll talk about this Alina and Oscar match right now as I'm watching Raw. But they had a banger of a match last year at Royal Rumble, and they had a banger of a match this year at Royal Rumble. And I think they would have had a very fire competitive match um, if they would have fought for the title. Um, Now, I mean, her first reign was terrible. I'm just saying that right now. I don't think now, as I say, this it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of cross between that first Raw Women's title reign and her SmackDown Women's title reign because the SmackDown Women's title reign, she was barely on TV. She
Yeah,
was off of TV that whole time, and then 2 weeks, what? 2 weeks, 2 weeks out from WrestleMania that year, she gets basically screwed, and they put the belt on Charlotte,
yeah. That
and that
my
still hurts.
yeah. My thing is that I think that Vince and the writers didn't know what to do with her. And I don't know how you don't know what to do with someone that powerful, especially when you see everything that she did in NXT.
Oh yeah,
The other thing, though, that I can think of is that people might want, and this is maybe how I would look at it from a character writing standpoint, is that maybe what they were doing is Asuka came in and was too cocky um, the first two reigns that she had. Like I could maybe buy that,
yeah.
and then they put her in the title scene with Kyrie, and then they did great doing all of that. And then I think that they realized, like, oh, wait a minute, we just need to do literally exactly what we did whenever she was in NXT. Okay. And then they start having her demand, like, just commandingly winning matches over and over again.
Yeah. First reign. It's filled with DQ finishes, filled with dirty pins, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
fucks. That whole spiel. I have never. I'm gonna let y'all know a little secret. I have never been so fucking pissed at a WWE product when I was watching that match at Extreme Rules. I did not
Oh, man.
know what the fuck was going on, but I was. I don't think I was mad at the result. I mean, of course, I was mad at the result because that was like fucking shenanigans. I was just mad to see Oscar go out like that. I
Yeah.
mean, of course, okay, she had some fault to that. She did green miss the ref. Okay, sure. But you can't take a fucking ref shirt off unless and fucking pin your opponent unless you're fucking Vince McMahon or some shit. Remember he took his son referee shirt off and put it on his damn
Yes.
self. But I don't
Yeah.
think you can do that shit, and uh it's just the way that they book that shit. And of course, with Kari going out, a lot of people brought up a good point with Kari going out, and um, Sasa, Sasa, basically coming back with the neck brace. She had a vicious ass attack, and it was like way more vicious than what Bailey did to Kari. And look what happened last night. She came back and just whooped her ass and shit like that. And
Man, when she
like,
started popping off with that kendo stick,
oh
I
man,
popped a little bit.
that, I was like, beat her ass.
Yeah,
Yes,
fucking right.
hell yeah. But
I
yeah.
and this is kind of like where I wanted to talk about that specifically, like that match specifically. I I know that Bailey has been kind of a dominant champion with especially with the the SmackDown Women's title, but to me, uh, since she has been champion, more often than not, you have seen Sasha kind of backing her up and kind of saving her ass a few times.
Oh hell yeah.
And so I think that even though obviously it wasn't what was supposed to happen, the fact that Nikki Cross was out is a good thing because I think that we both know that Nikki wouldn't have won that shit.
No, she wouldn't have. I'm sorry,
Um,
Gil. If you listening to this, I know you was saying in the chat that Nikki was finally going to win. Look, no, it wasn't going to happen.
yeah,
It's not going to
not this soon.
happen.
But she will have her time, but it's not right now. And the way that they did that, so they don't have to bury Nikki, which I like because they don't have to fucking like just be like, oh, she lost. Oh well. They they can say she was sick, and then they can start building up this program that was obviously next on the books
Mm-hmm.
with Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
They can have this all build, and then they can go to their fucking grudge match whenever they end up having that. And
Right.
then the next thing that you can do right after that is you can have Nikki come back when she's had a little bit more time to like get herself together. Not
Right.
maybe not the first opponent, obviously, because we don't want Sasha to be so transitional.
Oh yeah.
That she eventually comes back and says, "I never had my shot there. I want it.
Mm-hmm.
I want my shot
Oh yeah.
because I lost it." It fucking writes itself.
Mm-hmm.
And if that isn't what they end up doing, I'm gonna be a little upset because I don't want to just like watch Nikki just like
Oh,
piss it
guess who
away like
didn't get
next
an
week or whatever.
entrance?
Ooh, who?
Somebody did get an entrance, so this might be light work tonight.
No
Uh,
shit.
I'm not going to kibosh anything. Let me
I'm
shut
gonna
up.
I'm gonna have to watch it later because I have them recording. So
Oh yeah, I know, but yeah. Um, let's get to the main point. Um, like I said earlier, who's going to step up? Ain't no other person back there is able to step up, but the Empress herself, Asuka. And
yeah.
I just don't want people. I just want people to understand why she is called on. This woman is a reliable person.
Oh,
She
we getting
is.
into it now.
Yes.
Okay.
She is a reliable person. Vince knows that. She has durability off the charts. Remember that match at SummerSlam, and remember she was on the skirts, and
Yeah.
Sasha came underneath her and powerbombed the ever loving shit out of her. When she
Mm-hmm.
took that impact on the padding on the floor, my goodness, I thought she was done for. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Right. The
And
she
and
knows how to sell so fucking well
oh
too,
yeah,
man.
oh she knows how to sell. Her and Sasha are like the best sellers in WWE. I swear to God, Sasha knows how to fucking sell a
Yeah, I agree
motherfucking
with that.
seizure. I swear. Asuka, she knows what and how to sell it and whatever the fuck. She knows the in and out of wrestling, and it's fucking spectacular. And you know, this is, Sasha is 28, right? And like Bailey's
Mm-hmm.
what, 29, 30 years old.
Something
This
like that. Yeah.
is someone who just had their 39th birthday this past Saturday,
Yep.
and still, right? They still
It's
got
still
motherfucking,
going.
still going.
and
I mean,
she has
39
no,
is not old by any means, but
but
it's
no signs of slowing down at all.
no sign at all. Although she said she thought she was going to, she was done for before Triple H found her, before WWE found her. She's been dedicated, and I
Hmm.
mean, you still got other people going like AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, who's fucking 43, jumping off ladders and shit, and it's like amazing how well they can take care of their bodies. But I think Asuka took care of herself very well. You don't really see her get injured all the time. If it is an injury, it's a storyline injury. Um, and not only does she takes care of herself, but she makes sure to take care of her opponents as well. Um,
Yeah, that's one thing that I've always respected a hell of a lot about her. She is very careful, even though she wrestles probably one of the hardest styles that anyone in WWE wrestles. I mean,
oh
I
yeah,
think this about everyone that they've brought over from Japan. I think
man, you gotta
Shinsuke
think
is just like
about
this too.
yeah, you gotta think about who she was mentored by and taught by, man.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, some legends and stuff like that, and how she's able to translate it into the WWE style today, and still be successful is crazy. It's dope, and I just don't want people to think, oh well, she's overfed to us. She appears too much on television. She's becoming like Charlotte, blah blah blah. Basically, she
Yeah,
is
these
the
fucking
only
idiots.
option. But
Yeah,
if we had Sasha available, then it wouldn't have been a problem. God damn, she kicked the shit
yeah.
out of
If
Zelina.
she was if she was available, then we would have had her on the program fighting Bailey.
Oh yeah,
That's the whole thing, because obviously that's what this is building to, and you have to have a transitional match in between then to be able to get to Sasha and her having their match, because it's
and
not going to happen right after she gets a broken freaking neck, basically.
if we seen somebody like a Bianca Belair or like somebody else on the main roster go out there and then lose like Oscar lost out there, then people would have been mad and upset and even more irate. It would have been like, oh, they're not treating Bianca well, they're not treating blah 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 well. This is probably one of the reasons why they didn't send nobody else out there except for Asuka, because Asuka can work those matches. Asuka can be a reliable person. She can just go out there on a fucking widget and motherfucking wrestle anybody
And she doesn't get
in
buried.
such short notice. Yeah, exactly. People are saying that Asuka is getting buried. She has a Raw Women's Championship on her waist, literally. No, I don't.
The only reason that she lost that match is because Bailey DQ'd her because she knew she was going to lose. And
Now,
then Sasha came in,
yeah, that was like
and
the perfect setup
yeah,
for that.
that's exactly how you build this. And I'm sure that's exactly how the match with Nikki Cross would have ended too. It would have been a DQ by
Yeah.
Bailey
Oh
because she
yeah.
doesn't know what else to do,
Exactly.
because that's how they're booking this. And then Sasha would have came in and beat her to death. That was always what was going to happen. But the fact that they throw in Asuka to put on a hell of a match, because Nikki Cross can go too.
Yeah, Nikki can fucking go. If
And
you the one match I will always recommend to somebody, you go back. They said that they had the first last woman standing match at Evolution. No, fuck that shit. The first last woman standing match was in NXT, and it
damn
pitted
right.
Asuka against Nikki Cross, and those two women went at it, and like, oh my god,
Yeah,
Nikki
no,
can fucking
that match
go.
is incredible.
Nikki can
It,
go, no doubt.
and so since she was we assume sick, it makes perfect sense. It makes more than perfect sense that they would call on Asuka to go out there and lose in a dirty fashion so it doesn't bury her.
Well, technically she
And it
won, but
yeah, so
it's a
win
DQ.
but not win the
Yeah,
championship.
but not
Yeah.
win the championship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't bury her. It keeps her exactly at the same status she was, because she was beaten on Bailey, and then it ended up being a DQ.
yeah,
So it's like you that you can't just introduce some new talent just to fucking bury them. and then be like, oh well, okay, oh well, we lost Bianca Belair's credibility completely because we just had her come out here and lose some match that she wasn't supposed to have. And so I don't know, man. It's just I don't get why these idiots on Twitter seriously think that Asuka is bad and she's on TV too much. Dude, it's COVID
It's the
world
only
now. It's
option,
that's
man.
all we have.
It's the
Especially when
only.
we haven't called up all the good talent from NXT we still have.
These girls, these women, these fine women of WWE. I feel like they have to have some sort of responsibility.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what the hell happened to Lana and Natalia, but they weren't there. I don't know what happened to Lacey Evans.
Honestly, Lacey
Anybody
would have.
other than Nikki, Shayna, and Nia, maybe even the Riot Squad. I don't think the Riot Squad was a part of anything. Um,
I didn't see anything.
no. I don't know, but there are very limited options in this COVID era, and
I
um,
like I don't know, man. I guess it would have made sense if they would have gone with Lacey Evans just to have her lose, but I don't see anything other than like just having her lose to Bailey, like not even a DQ.
right.
Like if if you sent somebody out that was in that triple threat match, or what was it, a triple threat, right? For
Um,
the it was Nikki. No, it was technically a fatal four way, but then
yeah,
Alexa, yeah.
Shayna,
So
Nikki, um, Alexa, and what was it, Lacey?
yeah, Alexa, Nikki, Lacey, and Tamina. So it would have made sense to me if you would have sent Tamina out there or Lacey Evans out there to go and just like call it and be like, "Hey, I was in the match. I want a shot." And then she loses,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then Sasha does her thing because that was always what was going to happen.
Yes,
It, so I don't know why they weren't there
I don't know.
because they could have stepped up,
They had, yeah, they could have, they
but
could have
they
stepped
didn't.
up, but they didn't. That's the thing. Who's been stepping up? It's either been Sasha, Bailey, or Asuka that has
Yep.
been stepping up in this COVID era. And how can you get mad at that? As we see Asuka put Zelina in another Asuka lock, but she grabs the ropes. Um, how can you? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I just sit and watch Twitter and I just look at the
The
tweets. And
people who say those things, I'm convinced, know nothing about wrestling, or they are too absorbed in their own favorite characters on TV that they just don't understand anything about the business. And really, kind of hand in hand with what I just said, they're completely full mark accounts that don't ever go outside of kayfabe. It
I
just
hope
makes
we're
no
not.
fucking sense.
I hope we're not trying to be sounding biased in this,
I'm
but
really not. Like, I love Asuka, don't get me wrong, but this isn't a bias thing.
it's just facts. As we see another Oscar lock, and guess who taps out? Yes,
Yep.
we retain. I don't know if. Well, let's. I'm gonna have to just watch and see what happens. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna try it. Lord,
Yeah.
this woman is not completely out. Yeah, we're not trying to sound biased or anything. These are just straight facts. These are
I
just
will
straight
say,
facts.
though,
What is
I'm
going on?
glad that they're building Zelina up more.
Yes, that's what I like to see. Get her out of that manager role. She has been one of the best managers that I've ever seen. But if she wants to branch out and become a wrestler and stuff like that, okay, let her get her stripes. Let her get on the main roster. They need help on the main roster. And yeah, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
do it. You
Like,
know?
to me, whenever she like has started, like when she started wrestling more in the WWE, I honest to God really hadn't seen her stuff in TNA, so I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
really sure of like I didn't know that she could go. But and I kind of was like, why is Zelina wrestling with Asuka? But then whenever I watched that match last night, or this morning rather, I was like, holy shit, dude, yeah, she can go. She
Mm-hmm.
really can go. She does it. And it's like I I don't know. I don't know why they put girls that have so much talent in manager roles, because holy shit, like I was actually like really surprised with how good she was doing.
I'm gonna
Like,
throw you a curveball. Let's.
okay,
I feel like we're finished with this topic. I feel like we got our point across.
yeah.
Um, Oscar's the goat, yes. But at another promotion, man, we have a goat too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But people been really testing me. Testing my thoughts and opinions. So like, okay, Thunder Rosa is fucking great. Okay,
dude,
he
yeah,
is
okay,
he is
yeah,
fucking great. But
she
I
really is.
I get on Twitter and somebody just uprights and says, "Motherfucking Thunder Rosa is running the AEW Women's Division." I had to get off of Twitter. I had to get off of Twitter. I was like, this woman is not even signed to AEW,
Right, like,
and like you disrespecting Sheeta. It's like Sheeta is standing right there looking at you.
yeah, yeah, no, that kills me. I don't know how you can just dismiss Hikaru Shida like that.
I'm
And
just
and shit, I don't know how you can dismiss Nyla Rose like that.
yeah, oh yeah. Now the Rose
One
is a
thing
beast.
one thing that I will say is, man, I liked Riho when she was in Japan. How
Oh,
have
see,
they
I was going to talk
ruined her
about this
so
shit.
hard?
Me or you are on the same page, bro.
Yeah,
I was going
I
to
don't know
ask
how they
you.
ruined her so bad.
Yes, I want everybody to understand and know when I say this. Riho didn't destroy Riho. AEW destroyed Riho.
They
Okay,
had
they
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 had her as like some ohayo gozaimasu, like fucking maid cafe girl the
dude.
entire time that she was fucking working. It
I'm
didn't
gonna
make
tell
sense.
you what I felt. I want the exact moment I felt that they did not give a fuck about Riho's reign.
Yeah,
I understand Britt Baker is a heel and she has to do this shit and all that good shit. I understand.
yeah,
But why in earth you would have Britt Baker come out of nowhere while Riho is giving a backstage interview and just have her shit all over her reign, make her look like her reign isn't worth anything. That shit had me so fucking heated, and it must have been Britt Baker doing her damn job, but I was looking at it from the AEW perspective. I'm like, okay, this woman is not going to show up consistently on AEW Dynamite. Why? Because he's a two belt holder in Japan and other different promotions. She was the high
right.
speed champion in Stardom at the time, and she held another belt somewhere else. So she was being booked in Stardom and somewhere else in Japan while she was being AEW Women's World Champion. This is why I exactly said from the beginning of this company starting that Hikaru Shida should have been inaugural AEW Women's World Champ. Why?
Yep,
Because she has actually moved to the United States. She's actually in Florida. She actually can show up for you at dates that you need her to wrestle and defend that AEW Women's World Championship. But
yep.
no, they wanted to have her lose to Riho. And I was like, okay, I'll ride the Riho wave. Nyla Rose and Riho showed out in that match.
I still, Nyla should have won that. There was
What
no
the fuck is
point in
going
giving
on?
Riho that fucking reign.
Zelina looked like she saw a fucking ghost, and Andrade is out here in the ring spinning the promo or some shit.
Oh
He's
fuck.
probably dissing the fuck out of her. I can't
Probably.
tell.
I can't believe that you left me so you could do your own thing.
I'm gonna tell Charlotte. But yeah, I just like it's not Riho's fault that Riho couldn't be like you said to me during the reign. They made her so timid as a champion.
And you can't fucking book a champion like that. You can't. And if you're going to book a timid ass champion, at least make it a bullshit win whenever she picks it up, and then make her lose it immediately.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's even though Carmella held it for a fucking while and she was the women's champion, kind of like that. Make
Yeah.
her run away, be a coward. Don't make her like try to act like she's going hard as shit, like we actually know that she can do, and then just like have zero character work, be timid, be literally
Oh
nowhere, never on
no.
TV. It just
Oh
doesn't make
no.
sense. Oh no, what happened?
This nigga Andrade is about to get beat the fuck down.
Oh no.
He about to bask in somebody's glory right now.
What's what's going on? Shit.
Keith Lee. Keith
Oh.
Lee. Damn, I thought he was going to do the open challenge because Drew McIntyre has an open challenge tonight on Raw. I would have
You
loved to
know,
see
I'm
Keith Lee
actually
answer that
good
open
with
challenge.
that.
Yeah, I guess so. But
I
yeah.
So I guess that we've also made the point that you idiots on Twitter need to keep Asuka's name out your mouth. Um,
That's a double
and
check.
yeah, and also that AEW did not know how to book correctly right at the beginning of their shit, made Riho look terrible, and then made her ride off into the sunset to become a literally who, and
At least
now
he's
it's back on
loyal.
track.
At least
Yeah,
he's still loyal. She was repping AEW the other day because of Choco Pro. You know, they
yeah.
had this whole Choco Pro versus AEW that had Emi Sakura and Riho team up with each other. They was repping AEW. Emi Sakura's story of signing to AEW will still be the most hilarious shit I ever heard in my life today.
I
Besides the
like
Akira Hokuto story, that's for another podcast.
summarize that for me really quick because I guess I'm
Um,
not very familiar.
um, well, this is a Josie podcast anyway, so I guess you know, there comes a time in a person's life when you just meet a significant other in
uh,
North Korea,
oh
and
no.
I think it was North Korea. Don't come me on that. I'm pretty sure it was North Korea, and you just go on a date with somebody, and you just um you just know that they're the fucking one, and you know you do the whoop de whoop, we go and in the hotel room, and you know everybody hears you, and yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You said summarize the story. I summarized the story for
That
you.
is that dead ass?
Yes.
Oh my fucking
I've
god.
I've seen this story on the internet many of times, and I'm just thinking that it's the complete truth now. Her and the great uh, they just on the date one time, and that was that. And you know, just and they, that shit must have been good as shit. And I hear, you know, they're still married today.
Well, fuck. Okay, I
And
didn't know that.
I don't even know
That-
what the fuck I was talking about before
I
I
mean, we,
said
we,
this
we were talking
story.
about Joshi, and we were talking about how
Oh
they buried Riho, and how we were talking about how they actually started booking their women's champions correctly with Nyla and Hikaru Shida.
no, but what was I talking about before the story?
Oh, well, we were about to move on, I think, to talking about the truth of the fucking ambulance match. Because
No,
I
we
was
were.
saying in summary, y'all need to keep Asuka's name out your mouth.
No, I was talking about something else before I mentioned the shit.
Fuck, no,
God
damn it.
damn.
We were talking about Hikaru. So fucking Emi Sakura and
Yeah,
Riho
yeah,
were
yeah.
repping
Amy Sakura, Amy
AEW.
Sakura.
Yeah,
She thought she was signing a visa, apparently like a work visa, but
yeah.
apparently she was signed. She accidentally signed a contract to AEW.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
That's the
Man,
apparent story of
how
that.
how do you how do you not have someone translate the shit correctly? And like, or did she just not read the fine print?
I don't know.
Oh god, that seems like a comedy of errors on all sides. Jesus Christ. But anyways, fucking so this goddamn ambulance match.
It had all the old timers out. This bitch, man. I swear to God.
I I
Everybody.
gotta
The
I
ghost
gotta
of
have
Randy Orton's past came out in this match.
the
Everybody that he
fucking
punt kicked came out in this match.
everybody. It's
Yeah, you had
like
motherfucking Big Show with no beard. You had
that threw me
motherfucking
off, man.
you had motherfucking Kristen and catering with the fucking rugs on the table. I don't know what the fuck that was.
My dude threw him through some chicken.
Motherfucking I don't know how he got on top of the damn ambulance.
I
I
actually was kind of looking at it because I rewatched what the fuck happened a couple of times to try to see if I could see anything. And I guess that Sean had taken one of the ladders from the stage and he had set it up quietly beside the ambulance whenever they were doing all this shit. And it looked like he climbed up there, like
hell
on the
yeah.
ladder, and then got up on top and gave him the sweet chin music.
Oh lord.
It looked like it was one of those like one of the little ones too. But yeah, no, fucking all right, WWE. I've said good things, but now it's time for me to go a little bit wild right now. Um, what the fuck are you doing?
Who me?
Like, no, I'm talking
Oh.
about fucking WWE, man. Like, what the fuck are you
Oh.
doing? Booking Drew McIntyre like this? You're telling me that you're gonna have him basically win almost every match that he's wrestled since he's become champion dominantly. And then you're going to have Randy Orton come out here. And I mean, like, they're wrestling at a good, clean match, whatever. And then here comes Big Show. And he palms Randy Orton through a table in an attempt choke slam. And then we go through into catering. And then Christian out of nowhere. And then they're on top of the ambulance. And Shawn Michaels out of nowhere. Why this man's bring the senior center to help him win?
The senior center, man.
Why? Like, I why? I don't understand why they can't just put on a damn good match and they don't bury Drew like that. How are you going to bury your champion like that whenever you're having him wrestle one of the best wrestlers in your company that can put on a show? And why aren't you having him go over clean? It makes no sense that for some fucking reason you're going to just let every fucking person that Randy Orton has ever hurt
Everybody in the
just
old
fuck
folks
yeah.
home, man.
Yeah, just you're gonna have all of them come back to help Drew win. Why? What does that do?
And the fact that he used the punt at the end of the match,
I did like that part, but
I did like that part. But
I just feel like they could have booked that a lot differently, so it didn't look Drew. It didn't make Drew
I
look
felt like,
like
oh,
he was.
yeah, okay, cool, it's the punt, but
Yeah,
you couldn't have him do another motherfucking
a
uh,
Claymore or something.
Claymore. Yeah, I mean, this nigga Claymore the fucking door off the damn what's the name?
Off the ambulance. Yeah, it. I and that's really what I'm saying. It's like you can't simultaneously book Drew McIntyre to look powerful as shit in the same match that you're also bringing all of these people back to fuck over Randy Orton. It doesn't
Exactly.
make sense. If you want to do it with some champion that's not like actually doing shit and that's like I guess more transitional. Like if this was fucking Jinder Mahal and we were doing this shit again, and then we had the comedy of errors that happened last night with Big Show and Christian and Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair riding off into the sunset,
Mm-hmm.
then like it would make sense. But the fact that you have Drew McIntyre, you're booking him to be a monster, you're booking him to be basically the second coming of fucking Brock Lesnar since, he beat Brock Lesnar. Why are you having him win dirty against Randy Orton? Why does he need help?
Exactly. Did he ask for the help? Is another question. Did he ask? Did he just like plan this all together? Did he construct this whole thing? Like, did they just show up with like the motherfucking Chaos Emeralds all of a sudden and just decided to help this man? I don't
How
know.
did Randy Orton not tell they were in the bubble?
Exactly. I don't know, man.
How for 14 days do you not see Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Christian, and the Big Show, and then suddenly they all come out of nowhere just to beat your ass so Drew McIntyre can win an ambulance match, which, by the way, is my least favorite stipulation in all of wrestling. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb. Buried alive is a
Like,
lot better. If you're gonna,
yeah, like I'm
yeah,
like,
like,
where are you going to take this man to a local medical facility? Like,
yeah, like, what's the point? Oh man, like, is he really going to a local medical facility? It's not that bad, dude. He's not even bleeding.
no,
He wasn't even showing the concussed symptoms that he was showing when Drew McIntyre fucking claymored his head off 3 times.
exactly. I don't know,
It's
man. These
dumb.
matches are hits and misses sometimes, and that was. I'm not gonna say it was a complete miss, but it could have been better than what it was. I don't know. At least it wasn't cinematic. Imagine if it was
Yeah,
cinematic.
the cinematic matches bother me a lot, mainly just because how bad they botched a lot of different ones, like with Bray Wyatt.
the
And I guess
last,
the Boneyard match was decent at best for
the last
Undertaker.
cinematic match that we have had in this era so far was the Tooth and Nail match, right? Britt Baker and Big Swole.
Was
Um,
that the last one?
yeah, I think it was. I think it was the last one.
Because I don't remember if that came before or after the Boneyard match.
Oh, that came after. That came way after.
Okay.
The Boneyard match was in April.
Yeah,
This
I
was
didn't
this
know if we'd
was
had any more.
this was on All Out. Like
Uh,
the people made such a big deal about the match being on the pre-show, just like we made a big deal about Asuka and Zelina being on the pre-show. That Tony Khan was all right. Okay, I'll put it on the main card, and it
yeah,
was literally the first match on the main card of All Out, and that was interesting. It was all right. But some of these cinematic matches are kind of weird. But I think, man, if you have never watched Talking Shop Mania, I think you need to watch Talking Shop Mania, bro. I don't know
I've
where you
heard
can
that
find it.
it's
that
probably on
that fucking
Spotify
boner
too, huh?
yard match is hilarious as shit. I'm telling
Oh
you.
yeah, shit. Didn't actually fuck. Didn't Talking Shop have a cinematic match a couple months ago
Yeah,
too?
that the boner yard match. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh
I paid
fuck. Okay.
I paid $15 to watch the worst pay per view ever, and it was fucking awesome. That shit was great, and it was hilarious. The Young Bucks cameo was hilarious as well because they was talking about going to AEW and leaving WWE, but shit happened and shit like that.
Yeah.
That whole thing was interesting. The matches, the cinematic boner yard match was dope. That was crazy.
My beef with the cinematic matches is that if you're wanting wrestling to look
What the
real,
fuck?
what's up?
This nigga Tazal,
What the
Tazal
fuck?
back from the dead, bro. I don't know what's going on.
My dude got eaten by a shark and lived to tell the tale.
Yes, and he's like the 17th time. Whoa, hold on. Wait, the ninja just hit him, and he just won the 24/7 championship.
Oh my god.
It's some shenanigans. This is what is Drew Gulak? What the? And then our truth hits Drew Gulak. Our truth goes for the pin and wins the fucking 24/7 championship for the 41st time. And
Fucking
this, and this man, how? This is Monday night. See, this was Roman Reigns. This was exactly Roman Reigns was talking about when he said Monday Night Raw was fast food and SmackDown was filet mignon.
yeah, no, exactly. The one
And they
thing that
now
I
they're
that I
booked in
will
the triple
say,
threat match for what? They just
oh my
had the
god. The one thing that I'll say about the 24/7 championship is that at least they're having some fun with it. Because like if you're booking like some like shit backroom title like this, then like that's more okay to me than booking like the Intercontinental Championship scene to be like this. Although that's no shade at the thing that's been going on with Sammy and Jeff and AJ, because honestly, that storyline has been pretty good. But like the
Oh yeah.
24/7 championship is a whole different beast.
I completely forgot that you wanted to come up here and rant about one single thing besides the Oscar thing.
Yeah,
And that is Raw Underground.
Okay. Shane, buddy, let's talk. Why? Why? Why do we have a fucking Young Jeezy type beat over
What
fucking
the
Raw
fuck?
on every fucking night with some fucking stupid fight club in the back room? No one buys this shit. We're already watching wrestling. This isn't Brawl for All.
It's
Don't
the
make
Raw
it look like
Underground
it's
bubble,
Brawl
baby.
for All.
The
I
Raw
don't
Underground bubble, man. You know what I'm saying?
like
First of
fucking
all, how did they move from the Performance Center to the Amway Center? How did they manage
right.
to get this by
Exactly.
officials? I mean,
That,
I understand that Shane, he gonna do whatever the fuck he want and shit like that. But damn, like they got to be running some some shit. And that,
there are tunnels underneath Amway, obviously.
what happened with the strippers, bro?
I think that everyone got a little bit too offended about that, which I mean, I guess in 2020 is to be expected.
Oh yeah,
But fucking, it's I don't get it. This shouldn't have been a thing to begin with. Why are we wasting Dolph Ziggler and Braun Strowman on fucking Raw Underground? There's no reason.
okay. I mean, he has been the MVP of Raw Underground. I'm gonna give him that. But you do have a point. Like my man is out there in his American flag ass Converses every fucking week, giving niggas the rumble and shit.
Oh yeah, it's. Did you see he had a Free Britney shirt on last week?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I loved that whenever I saw it.
Oh yeah.
But fucking, so it doesn't make sense to me that you're just abusing pure talent like this. Also, I don't know who Daba Kato is. I assume that he is some guy from NXT. But
Yeah.
why are you introducing him on Raw Underground? Why does
Well,
he not have a normal fucking match with somebody on WWE TV? Like, you can't. Calling guys up from NXT just to go and fight on Raw Underground is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's like fucking like Shane was like high on coke watching Fight Club and was like, "This is some good shit," and then fucking said, "We're gonna put it on Raw." Why?
he came in that bitch like, Dad, I have a beautiful idea. I have the
Vince
perfect
said, "I
idea.
love it's like fucking Brawl for All in the 90s was one thing because like fucking it was stupid as shit too, but at least it was in more of a not correct, more of a traditional TV shot wrestling match. And even though they were quote unquote shoot fights, it,
Mm-hmm.
it's not in a boiler room with a
I mean, it looks
mat
like
with no
one
fucking with no
with no rope.
rings, no ropes, and it just, god damn it, do better. We know you can do better. You booked SmackDown during the best run that SmackDown has ever had on WWE television, I'll hold to that in fucking like 2017 to 2018 before Bray Wyatt got traded to Raw and everything went to shit.
Mm-hmm.
It that whole damn period that Shane was booking SmackDown is the best WWE TV I have seen in years. And then, I mean, I guess that, like, I get that drafts have to happen, but when
Right.
you mess up something that's that perfect, why would you fuck it up? Like, okay, move people that aren't furthering the show and they aren't building it correctly. Like, I get that. It just makes no sense to me that for some reason you're trying to say that all of these people who are building blocks for this show, like when they traded Bray, I don't remember who else they ended up trading. I think Naomi they traded to
Right.
at that time. And it's like you're trading parts of the show that made it so good, and then you're just left with shit again. And it's like, it doesn't
I
matter because you can't write what they were writing on SmackDown when you have different writers on Raw who don't do the same shit, and apparently they don't even watch the product that they're putting out because they don't like keep anything going. They don't cover it on Raw whenever they move from SmackDown or vice versa. And it's just stupid.
right,
I don't know how you like, I mean, obviously you can't continue the momentum, but goddamn, like at least make SmackDown better with the draft because you have all these writers. But the problem is that whenever Raw snipes talent and then it ruins all the mojo they have going on, they can't fucking get any back.
exactly.
Just, I wish that they would treat the talent with the respect that Shane had at that time. And I don't understand how he can go from doing the shit that he was doing then to doing Raw Underground. It makes
Right.
no sense. And it's like, how do you ruin your own product and take money away from yourself like that? I don't know.
Uh,
It it makes me mad because I know that they can do better, and it's frustrating. And I want to see my dude Braun hold the belt, and I just uh, uh,
oh boy, man, don't even get me started.
yeah, I'm god damn it. That's really all I wanted to
Man,
say about Raw Underground, but like, just stop it. No one wants this. No one wants this. Please, just take it off the TV. Give us real matches, please, for the love of fucking God.
man, remember when they did the whole Raw Dark thing, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
when they would have like that's how they introduced the 24/7 title. Actually, is doing the Raw After Dark, which was after 10 p.m. and they had the black graphics instead of the red graphics and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I
Wasn't
don't
that on the network?
know.
Oh no,
Well,
they ran it on. Did they run it on USA just
they
right
ran
after
it.
Raw?
They ran it on USA.
Oh shit. Okay.
It was basically the 10 p.m. hour
Ah.
because
Oh, okay.
you know how the show is divvied up into the 8 p.m. hour, the 9 p.m. hour, and the 10 p.m. hour because of ratings and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I think it was just trying to boost the ratings for the last hour.
I always forget that we're in different time zones. So when you say the 10 p.m. hour, I'm thinking like Raw ends five
Yeah,
minutes
the
into the
10
10 p.m. hour.
the 10 p.m. Oh yeah, that's another thing. They don't do that no more. They don't end at 11:05 Eastern. They just end at 11, which
Yeah,
is kind of interesting. They have done some interesting stuff these past few months to a year. Like a couple, well, I think it was just a month ago on SmackDown. They had that TV 14 episode
yeah.
for some reason, and that was the episode with Retribution on it. But after that, they went right back to the TVPG for some reason, and I don't know if that was supposed to be like a test or whatever. But that was kind of
I
interesting to see.
if I remember right, it was TV 14 because it was deemed to be something along the lines of like terroristic behavior or something, or like
Oh wow, well yeah,
like something like that. It was something like really stupid that made no fucking sense whenever they did it. And God, one other thing, I wish they'd bring back color. I
oh
get
yeah,
why we don't have color, and
yeah.
I get why we can't have.
AEW has lots of colors. Oh,
Yeah, no,
they're
honestly, that's
in
why I
living
like
color.
AEW more. That's honestly why I like AEW more as a product in general, is just because like they're safe about doing their color, and and well, for the most part, don't look at Matt Hardy and Sammy
Listen,
Guevara,
I was
please. Don't
gonna
look at
bring
that
that
too
up. I
hard.
was like, "Are you sure about
Yeah,
that?"
don't look at that one too hard. Trust me, bro.
But he didn't get color in that. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
are you talking about the when he got hit with the wrong chair, or when he took that spot?
the big fucking scaffolding bump. I know that it
Oh,
wasn't
okay, yeah,
technically. I know that it wasn't color, more just like stupid shit in general. But I enjoy more stupid shit in general in my wrestling. That's why I like wrestling. I
yeah.
mean, like I'm not saying, and for the love of God, stop barbed wire matches, please. But
Oh yeah,
like
but
I'm not saying anything like that. But like fucking hell, like you guys are telling me that, and I get why with WWE, because Mattel and the toy companies, and they don't want there to be color because the kids, the children, think of the children. But like fucking
Jazzwares don't give a fuck about none of that. And they was like,
that's what
yeah.
I'm, yeah, like fucking I god damn it. Just I wish that they would make these fights look more like fights and not like scripted bullshit.
Nah.
I don't know. It's just I think that in wrestling, color brings more authenticity to the matches and it makes it more interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, like, don't be bleeding like a fucking stuck hog. Don't
Yeah,
blade.
no.
But like,
But
there's blood packs for a reason.
yeah. Just
Like,
like when Mox and Brody Lee went at it, when they had that spot and Brody had color. Um
yeah,
who else? Damn.
man, the good one that I can
Oh
think of
man.
recently is the street fight.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was great. Cody, man, he it's just like he doesn't really blade, but he,
That
he
dude
really
blades
gets some
sometimes though.
scars, huh?
I think that they caught him blading one time.
Yeah, he does blade, but he be getting some scars, man. Like I remember that one gas that he had on his face.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, no,
And
like he's doing some crazy shit, and I kind of like that he's taken what seems to be a bit of a step back from wrestling because he was going too fucking hard for a minute.
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I can agree with that. Being running operations and wrestling at the same time is going to take a toll on your body. I can never. I could be a owner, whatever the hell. But damn, I be thinking about some of these shits. Like you know, Flip Saunders one. For like a prime example, because remember he was like general manager or something, and he was the head
Yeah.
coach. Or like motherfucking Tony Stewart being the owner driver. Like I know that has to be fucking stressful as shit.
Oh yeah, but I feel like at the same time though, that's something that with NASCAR at least in particular, I can
Oh my
see how
word.
that would be just a bit easier because it's like you only work like fuck one day of the week, and I mean you're driving. It does take a toll on you, but you're driving.
Right.
With wrestling, it's like I mean you're expecting my dude to go do a fucking moonsault every fucking night off a goddamn steel cage, and then like just also do the bookings and like run general wrestling operations.
Uh
And
huh.
I mean Cody's not really like exactly the best wrestler of all time. He's no Ric Flair. He's not his dad, but he's a damn good wrestler. I mean like he puts on good matches consistently. But there comes a point where I think that if you're making yourself and you're branding yourself like Cody Rhodes was branding himself once he got out of WWE and he went to NJPW, and
Mm-hmm.
then they went on to do what they're doing in AEW now. It makes sense how like everything has been working for him, and like I get it. I wish we saw him more, but it's like fuck you can't take care of a whole ass company like that with all that talent and somehow fucking just wrestle at the same time too. You got to put other people over. Like it's kind of like how Vince never overbooked himself too hard whenever he was in the WWE wrestling for the 2 or 3 years that he was doing stuff, because like he seldom wrestled. When he did, it was with like Austin or The Rock or something, and he was like in the title. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? The title picture.
Right.
And after he got his ass kicked thoroughly enough times, he
Oh
slinked
god.
back into his position.
I had to say something about Natalia, didn't I?
Oh man, did you summon her?
Yes. Her and Lana. Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Man, I almost thought that Lana was the one that they were building back up because I hadn't seen her on TV in a while.
Hell no.
I was like, we're
Hell
doing this shit
no.
again.
She's getting demolished every fucking week by Nia Jax.
Makes sense then why I just like never fucking see her.
I mean, demolished. Put through a table. Slam through a table. I mean, Miro is off the bigger and better things, but it seemed like Lana just is off the things, and they're not bigger and better.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I?
I I don't know why. I mean, and I don't know if their contracts were different or something, but why the hell would you stay in WWE like and then just watch your husband go bye bye bye
I don't
and
know,
then run
bro.
off to fucking AEW to become a much stronger booked talent and correctly booked talent, I might add,
Yeah,
because goddamn that man can wrestle.
you are on the money, man. God, I don't know. This he just getting demolished, slammed, dunk through a table. Um, yeah, it's that bad, man. She's
Yeah.
been. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know
Um,
we got one more that we got to talk about.
what?
The Roman Reigns and Jey Uso.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I needed me a paddle. I needed me a fucking kayak, whatever the fuck. My timeline was getting wet last night. I swear to
Yeah.
God. I mean wet. I'm talking about Cytheria wet. I'm talking about Jay the Fire wet. Motherfucking Marika Hase wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about squirt for days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the rated R part. I'm not gonna even explain it. But
Fucking
oh
but
my goodness, shirtless Roman, man.
yeah, like yeah, rest in peace Roman's best 2012 to
It's like
2020.
it's like shirtless Jay and shirtless Roman was a fucking meme. Like shirtless Jay is you and shirtless Roman is the motherfucking man your girl thinks about all the time. And
Fucking you know, I mean I don't think that anyone ever expected Jay to win, obviously. I mean, like, you
no,
know, I mean we all wanted it, but it was never going to happen.
no. But at least it wasn't a squash match either. At least it
Yeah,
was
like he held his own, and that's what I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see that they actually made him look like a real competitor instead of just like letting Brock just or not Brock. Fuck, I fucking hell. No, letting Roman go in and just squash him, and then whatever, it's done. It makes no sense to have. I don't know. I get squash matches whenever you have someone like Brock, or even
right,
if
right,
Braun had
right,
the title, I would get it. But
right.
like Roman is too talented and can do too much shit, and WWE doesn't utilize that enough
Exactly.
to be able to just put on a squash match and leave. Like he's not Goldberg, he can wrestle.
Right. Well, yeah, obviously.
It's and so I'm glad that they actually fucking did something with that with this match and they let him wrestle and they didn't put on some bullshit. And I think that maybe those days of the Roman that we have seen are over
Oh, it's
just because
gone.
because
It's
love
gone.
that Paul has become his new mouthpiece though.
Yes, you can you know it's we can still see the big dog all we want to, but the tribal chief is here.
Uh-huh.
That the tribal chief is fucking here, bro.
And I like that. I like that they're just moving him away from the Shield era of shit and it's like
Yes,
it's they're actually giving him a character other than ooh ah. So,
right. And them
it
fucking shiny veneers is right along with him as
oh
well.
yeah. It's I don't know. I'm glad that the WWE has finally after fucking 8 goddamn years gotten me to be invested in Roman Reigns.
Oh yes. I mean,
It's I mean
I wasn't
honestly.
really I wasn't really like a hater of Roman Reigns. I wasn't really a, like, oh, I don't really like Roman Reigns like that. I mean, I liked Roman Reigns, obviously. But man, this version of Roman Reigns, man, is like fucking Roman times
it's
a
different.
thousand.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking different.
My thing with the reason why I wasn't a huge fan of him for a while is because it's just like he kept doing the same shit and they were just using him like they use Brock and they use Goldberg and they use people that can't wrestle and it's like he can wrestle. It's stupid to book him like this. It's stupid to just have him be the guy and book him like John Cena cuz he's never going to be John Cena. It's like and
Hold
I
on.
think that it definitely
May
helps.
I may I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This okay, so they came out here to challenge for the tag titles. They've been informed by Adam Pierce that they just can't waltz out there and challenge for the tag titles. May oh wow, Mandy Rose is coming out. Didn't somebody 2 weeks ago waltzed out there and demanded the title shot from Asuka?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Dana, well, okay, all right, this is fucking ridiculous. Why is Dana Brooke here?
Jesus.
Okay, I can understand. Okay, the tag titles being on different brands, but what the fuck? The fuck is
Don't
Dana
say.
Brooke doing here? There's no
Well,
new. There's been
didn't.
no news about Dana being moved to Raw.
Well, no, 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 no. Okay, Dana's the one that's dating. Oh goddamn, what's his fucking?
Oh
Or is that Mandy Rose? Is it Mandy Rose or Dana Brooke that's dating Heavy Machinery dude?
no,
Otis.
Mandy Rose is dating Otis. I don't know.
Okay, okay. So not okay.
I don't know if Dana is still dating Dolph. I have no idea.
I wasn't sure because for a second I got both of them confused and I thought that they were just having her drift over like they were planning to do with the Miz, like with what the Miz and John Morrison did.
Oh yeah.
I fucking got them confused. But anyways, I another thing that's gonna be happening soon is that draft, and
Oh
I'm kind of
boy.
wondering what
So
they're gonna do with
like, I
that.
want to know: do you expect NXT stars to be in this draft?
A
I
few.
don't expect NXT UK stars to be in this draft,
I
but
don't either. I think that NXT UK people are probably gonna stay where they are.
yeah, but I don't know, man. A lot Takeover 31 is this Sunday, and people are thinking. I don't know why, but people are thinking that Candice LeRae might win against Io Shirai, and Io Shirai might get called up.
I could see that. And I kind of want that because you know what? That's going to put another person in the fucking driver's seat in a women's division that desperately needs someone that can take control of matches.
You are absolutely right. Guess who
But
else? And we don't think about this shit, right?
yeah,
We already had two ladies depart the women's division. If you didn't
yeah.
know, we had Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez come up to the main roster. They are performing as Reckoning and
Or retribution or whatever.
no, not Retribution. I mean, they're in Retribution, but one is Reckoning.
Oh, their team. Okay.
Yeah, their name. One is Reckoning. I forgot the other name, but I think Mia Yim is Reckoning, and
You know what's kind of funny to me, and I saw this on Twitter like a week or so ago. Whenever the whole thing with Keith Lee happened, um, why the fuck is Maya Yim interfering with Keith Lee's ability to win a title? Doesn't that seem kind of weird to you? Like, doesn't that seem like a bad booking decision by the
you
WWE?
know what? You are right. Mia is interfering. I had to think about that for. I was like, how? I was like, oh yes, he's in Retribution.
Yeah,
that
fucking.
that kind of sucks. But I think Retribution are side character, like different split personalities. Like
All I
we
know
don't.
is that if they bring Maya Yim up, they better like repackage her before she's Maya Yim because
I
like
have a lot of questions, man.
I do
My
too.
first question I want to ask: when the hell and what the hell are they going to do with Aaliyah?
Right.
She's been on the NXT roster for how many years?
God, fucking. It feels like it's been like 6.
It feels like forever, right?
Yeah.
And you have these these new talent like Rita Race and Catalina Garcia, and I seen a lot of talent that I didn't recognize in that battle royal last week. Like
So maybe that's gonna be our fresh batch of talent or whatever.
hopefully, but if you losing Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez, and people got to start stepping up in that division, and um if Candice LeRae is going to win that belt and Io is going to go up to the main roster, like you said, that will be a great addition. Then I know who exactly should step up in that division and
Mm-hmm.
pinpoint it to these three women: Shotzi Blackheart,
Yup.
Zia Lee, and motherfucking Raquel Gonzalez. Dakota
I
Kai
agree
is,
with
is
that.
still a threat. Dakota Kai is still a threat in that division, but
I was
my
about to
God,
say Dakota might
Raquel,
get called up.
yeah, Dakota might get called up as well. But Raquel Gonzalez, my Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
she can fucking be a dominant champion. She has everything: the height, the motherfucking dominant ability, everything. She could be a champion. But I really like Shotzi because I mean she showed the fuck out in that
Yeah.
non-title match against Eel. To be frank, and she been showing the fuck out. She has no regard for her body. Um,
She's crazy, dude.
she's man. Look, I seen that video of her stapling that shit to her chest, and I had to question myself for a minute because I was like, damn, this is kind of some freaky deaky shit. You know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't want to say it on here. I'm trying not to be horny on main. I like to shout out my homie Tim Anderson because he likes to be horny on me sometimes on Twitter, and I stand back sometimes to be like, Tim, what the fuck. Um, but yeah, shout out to Tim. I know he's gonna listen to this podcast. I don't know if he'll listen to the whole thing or that, but yeah.
Man, fucking like but like real shit though. It's like I feel like we have the thing with NXT is that I feel like NXT is always going to have talent. I don't think that that's ever going to be NXT's issue.
Oh yeah,
NXT builds up people from basically nothing, or they have people come in that are crazy as shit, and then they run that shit the entire time they're in there, and they build people correctly, and that's because Triple H runs it.
yeah, basically. But
And I don't know, man. It's just like I wish that they would use some of the know-how and the writing talent and the obvious raw power that is shown by a lot of the women on the NXT roster and guys as well. And then use them accordingly whenever they reach the main roster instead of just having someone get built up, built up, built up, built up just to be nothing.
right,
Like, shit.
you trying to think?
It's like I know that with world championships and whatever, they they're always defended by these big badass guys. But it's like when are we going to get a chance for somebody that really deserves a title reign that's a damn good wrestler that's a little bit smaller than say Roman Reigns, Brock fucking Lesnar, Goldberg be able to have a fucking title reign? It's like we haven't had someone that's more like uh what fuck it, a Sami Zayn win the fucking world title. We haven't had a Jeff Hardy win the world title. Like we need more fucking variety than the same four big dudes that always have the belt. And it's like it's good that they have Drew and they're getting some new blood in there, but it's like what the hell? It's like we keep having big dudes that people that are on the mid card have no way to be able to beat just because of the way that they're booked. And it's like I don't know, man. It just makes no sense. I wish that we would get away from this everybody has to be fucking huge to have a shot at the championship, and no more normal superstars that are in the mid card ever get called up anymore. It seems like people that are deserving of a title shot never get it, like Cesaro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no damn sense. And I just wish that they would take better care of their talent and let people have more of a shot other than having the same four guys win every time that they win. It's like I get that it's now a publicly traded company and you have to think about your stonks, but like
Stonks.
fucking what the hell? Like give some people a fucking chance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I need your quick thoughts. We
Okay.
probably, but I just need your quick thoughts on
Okay.
this Murphy and Aaliyah angle that they're
What's
doing.
going on with it?
Um, you know, um, there comes a time in a person's life, okay. um, when you're 19 and you're talking to a 32-year-old, um, and and you know what happened with the steel cage match, and it started with Aaliyah going to Murphy because Murphy got attacked after the match because he interfered in the match and hit
Yeah.
Seth inadvertently. So Seth attacked him. He was on the steps and Aaliyah was walking up the steps and
Oh,
Aaliyah
yeah,
took on
yeah, shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's a whole. Remember, I told you Jerry Lawler had a King's Court episode tonight,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was with the Mysterio family, and Seth was on the screen. He got a hold of Buddy Murphy's phone, which I don't know why this man's phone is unlocked, doesn't have a passcode or anything. But he showed some text on screen. It wasn't raunchy or anything.
Yeah.
Um, it just showed Buddy and Aaliyah having a conversation, nothing serious. And yeah,
I don't know why they're doing this fucking angle.
you know, in a world where we just had um where we just had people come out and be accused, and we just had this whole Velveteen Dream thing happen.
It seems like it's
um
kind of the wrong time, don't you think?
yeah, it's really tone deaf, really, um to kind of do something like this, and I don't know.
I
I
don't like it. I don't like really most of this whole angle that's being presented now with the Mysterios and fucking Seth and Murphy. I don't. I I wish that they could just make it about the goddamn matches and like the people on screen. We already did the fucking custody of Dominic match 10 years ago. Or fuck, not even fuck, goddamn, no, fucking almost 17, maybe or something like that years ago. With
something
fucking
like
Eddie, yeah, because
that.
I forgot shit. Yeah, it's been like 17 fucking years since that shit. I thought we were done with it whenever that happened because even though that's the most iconic match in WWE fucking history,
Right.
like, uh, why are we still doing bits with people's family? Like, I get it, and I get it's always been a thing, but it's like, why are we keeping it to like not pedal levels of shit or like I don't know some shit that makes more sense? Like what? Why would Aaliyah fucking cost Dominic anything or Ray anything? It makes no sense. None of it makes sense.
I
It's
have no idea.
and also why aren't we focusing more on Dominic? I thought that was going to be the entire point of all of this.
Well,
Why
technically
are
it
we
is
dragging Aaliyah
because
into it?
uh, technically it is because apparently Dominic and Murphy has a match tonight, and yeah,
Hmm.
but
I like what they're doing with Dominic, but I just wish that they would focus more on him and not like whatever the hell is going on with this, because it's like the eye match was already stupid enough, but everything is just going a little too far. And I mean, I guess that's typical of WWE, but like fucking hell, they can do better.
any last words?
Um, WWE, please pull Raw Underground. Thanks.
That's it.
Uh, that's really the main shit that I can think of. Um, fuck, I don't know. When's the next AEW pay per view coming up?
In November, that is
November.
AEW Full Gear.
Like I'm looking forward to that because I'm sure that they're going to have built more of their stuff up.
They're gonna
Uh,
have crazy shit on that pay per view.
one other thing that I would like to mention about AEW real quick. Why did we sign Brian Cage if we're going to make Brian Cage be literally who? That man should be booked like a world champion all the time because he is
Expedition.
huge.
Expedition.
He's like what Brock Lesnar wishes he could be. Like he can actually do the flippy shit that Brock wanted to do and not break his fucking neck.
Right.
Looks at WrestleMania. But I don't really have much else on the final thoughts other than uh overall Clash of Champions was probably like a 7 out of 10. And actually, fuck, hey, there's one thing that we forgot to talk about. What happened with Angel Garza?
Oh, that's easy. See, what happened was there's a time that comes in a man's life.
God damn it.
Nah, but he had a hip injury. It was pretty nasty. Well, not nasty, but I don't know what happened. I didn't
Yeah,
really
that was
look at it, but
I
it was
rewatched
kind
it
of
a
it was
couple
like
of times.
it looked like he was holding his leg in the air or whatever, and he was
Yeah,
telling
and
the ref, he was like, "Look, I can't continue." The ref was like, "Okay, all right, that's cool."
he
Uh,
threw up the X.
Tag, yeah, he threw up the X, and Garza tagged Andrade. They had their pin 1, 2, 3. Everybody thought um that it was a botch because you clearly see Andrade kicking out,
Yeah, I
but
don't know why they went with that finish. Like,
um,
especially
I just
if
I just think they wanted to just speed up the match because Garza was injured and they just wanted to do the 1, 2, 3.
yeah, but
Um,
why? I don't know. Like, why
it,
not be like, hey, Andrade, he's literally fucking out for the goddamn match. Take the pin clean.
yeah, I guess it was just like a time thing. Like,
Maybe.
I guess like okay, Andrade knew he was injured, or whatever. Either that, or he just didn't get any word of it, and I
How
don't know.
I don't know how he didn't get
See,
a
I
word of it when
don't know.
dude threw up the X right in front of
Right?
his
Yeah,
face.
yeah. Because as a wrestler, you're supposed to know. Okay, the X means all right. There's an injury. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know if he was like, well, okay, somebody from Street Profits is injured or anything like. I don't know why he kicked out at that. I don't know if he didn't get word or anything like that, but I just don't know.
Cause I don't know. Cause like the bad thing is that if Garza is actually hurt, like to the point where like he's not going to be back for like multiple months,
Well,
then why the fuck?
they said it wasn't that bad, but he and then again he wasn't even out there tonight because obviously the injury. But Andrade was the only person out there. He cut a promo on Zelina, and then he got his ass whooped by Keith Lee. Um,
Yeah, like I just want to know like what happened because I don't think we've heard any details yet, have we? Like we just know that it's just a hip injury.
only thing we know is it's just a hip injury. I don't know if it's the way he landed on his hip. I don't know if it's because of somebody putting a move on. I don't know. It's just a hip injury. Um,
I think that we got to see how that one plays out a little bit more because like that seems like I don't know. It all seems weird because you'd think that Andrade would take the pin and clean, but then if you have something where like, and this doesn't make any sense, but if you were like faking the injury for storyline purposes, then I guess that kind of makes sense to kick out then.
well,
But if
yeah,
he's going to be out for a while, then why do that? Why not just let it go? And then like let Street Profits go on, find another team, and just let them pin you clean because you're not going to win. Your tag team partner's done.
exactly.
So it's like I don't get it. I don't get why you wouldn't just go on your back, let it happen because it's like that. Fuck, it's not happening.
It's
Why
not
why are you burying the Street Profits like that? Especially whenever the outcome of the match was probably going to be like that. Unless, and then the only way I can think of that is unless it wasn't, and Garza and Andrade were supposed to win. But then in that case, why not just go out clean? Because then it makes the Street Profits look worse as champions. And I don't know. It only makes sense if he's not that hurt and then they can go back and have a rematch soon. But if he's not, but like if he's really hurt and he's hurt for a while, it's just dumb.
yeah. Um, I feel you. Man, it's been like um the third injury, um, in these past 2 months or
I
this
think
past month.
so.
What was it? Because All Out was this month, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, technically,
But
they're not saying that Matt Hardy didn't get a concussion, but I still rule the
that
concussion.
dude got a
Then
concussion.
you had who from was it Eric from Viking Raiders that got injured, or was it Ivar
I think it was Ivar.
with the neck injury,
Yeah.
and then Garza um with
With the hip injury,
the
yeah.
hip injury. The fact that Ivar threw up the X himself,
Yeah, like I mean that's
that
how you know that he's hurt.
yeah, that's how you yeah. I just I uh, this shit is going on to like 2 hours and 22 minutes
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
no, yeah.
But I
We
I just want to say real quick, I like shout out to Aubrey Edwards. You know what I'm saying?
true.
I know that shit had to be mad confusing as a ref doing that match and letting apparently Dr. Sampson letting the match go on.
Yeah,
Um
I don't think that Aubrey is at all to blame for that. And I
oh
think
no.
that even Rebby mentioned that. Like she's like
Yeah.
this isn't Aubrey's fault. It's not the ref's fault. It's the fucking doctor's fault for letting it continue.
Yeah, him and Khan. I don't like Tony doing that. If I was Tony in that position, and I just seen my wrestler,
Just
uh,
fucking nail
get
his head on the
yeah on
concrete.
the concrete, I then I see my ref throw up the X. I'm stopping the match fucking completely.
Yeah, right there.
I'm not. This ain't no fucking shit to play with. I remember, like shit, man. Like I remember Payback in 2016. Do you remember Payback in 2016?
Vaguely.
Yeah, okay, so you might not remember what happened, but remember the Vaudevillains and
Oh yeah, and then what
yeah, the
was this the
Vaudevillains and
match with?
Enzo and Cass.
Yep,
Yes, this is the
yeah.
match when this nigga hit his head
Killed
on the.
himself on the fucking ropes.
I'm looking at this shit. I'm not going to let motherfucking if Enzo was slightly motherfucking wide awake because he was knocked unconscious after he did that shit. But if he was even in the slightest conscious, I wouldn't let him go back into the ring and
Yeah,
do
that
whatever.
that was bad. And I think all in all that they need to get better with treating their injured wrestlers a lot better, and
I
and
just
and they
don't
need to.
understand their definition of of a concussion protocol test.
Yeah,
You don't
because you'll keep
do
fucking Daniel Bryan out forever when he's been cleared by every other doctor who he's gone to, and then the WWE doctors say, "Oh no, he can't wrestle. He's gonna kill himself." And then
Exactly.
you've got like some other people that like are very obviously concussed. The Kyrie Sane thing that we were talking about earlier, Enzo in this case. I don't see how
Yes.
immediately, if especially if you're going to stay true to your word about your concussion protocol, why you don't stop the fucking match.
Yeah. There were I did notice people was talking about the Kari Sane thing when this Matt Hardy thing happened.
Yeah.
They was talking about that heavy on Twitter. They was like, well, why didn't they stop the match for Kari? Um, I feel like circumstances in that match prevented that match from being a stoppage. The fact that it was a tag team match, first off,
Yeah.
okay, you could put one person out the element and then still carry the match to a finish.
Right, yeah,
Um,
I mean, Kyrie can be like, it can be like, nope, I'm done. I'm fucking really hurt, and
yeah,
then Asuka can continue. And I don't
just
remember if
like
they won or lost that, but
just
like,
like last night. I mean, they didn't stop whatever because of Garza's injury. They just like improvised, and that's what they did in that match. They improvised.
right,
They improvised the finish. Now I could see if Kari was just fucking unconscious, out, like just fucking flat out knocked the fuck out.
yeah,
She wasn't. She was. She wasn't there, but it
yeah,
was. She was
just
there enough to, she was there enough to apparently get fucking speared by Charlotte, and she was there enough to fucking get dragged by Charlotte and get powerbombed by Charlotte. I don't know why the fuck they let her do this shit. Um,
yeah.
and but
I don't know, but it's like when someone's obviously hurt, you should treat them like they're obviously hurt. You shouldn't like you trust your referees and trust your wrestlers because you want to make sure that they can still do stuff for you and you don't lose them for multiple months.
right, and it's all just about taking care of your wrestlers and making sure that they are healthy enough to compete, and they are valuable assets to your company. And Matt
Exactly.
Hardy is, I mean, he may not be a valuable asset as like a motherfucking Cody Rhodes or a John Moxley, Chris Jericho, something
Hell, even a
like that, but
broken
he's,
Matt Hardy.
yeah, broken. Yeah, but he, at least he's there and he's a veteran. He can help with the AEW locker room and stuff like that. And you want to keep him healthy. He's in his 40s now. He's not like Jeff Hardy, where he
Yeah, Jeff
could.
was always the one that did crazy shit, and Matt
Yeah,
was
Jeff was
more
the
of
one that
the
did the
yeah.
crazy shit. This nigga Matt here, he's saying his spine is fusing with his backside, and it's just like, damn,
A simple solution is to not just land on your ass from the top rope every time you do your finisher. But
yeah. Um,
because like I can definitely see how after an extended amount of time you end up fusing your tailbone with your vertebrae or your
yeah.
spine
Oh yeah.
because you keep doing that. I mean anything like that puts a lot of like a lot of pressure on your tailbone and your spine
And look
is
at you.
always going to
You
end
can't even
terribly.
you can't even sit on the fucking toilet.
Yeah,
And
right.
god damn,
It's like
this
fuck,
dude,
huh?
this shit went by fast. I looked at the clock and it's 9:40. It's almost hour 3 of Raw. I All right, before we end this shit,
Yeah.
right? I hate to break the news to you, but there is 4:44 left in the second period of Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, and Tampa Bay is leading 2-0 over Dallas.
God damn it. How long does Dallas have left?
There's 4:33 left in the second period. They got one more period to play.
All right, they better come back. Come on, Dallas. I don't want
Um,
the fucking Lightning to win this shit. I mean, I guess if
why?
they have to, I don't like them, man. I feel like, I think that the reason why I don't like them is because they were they the ones that had Yzerman for a while. I think it was, right?
I can't
I,
remember. I don't know.
but the Lightning had Steve Yzerman in their front office for a while, and then we had fucking um Mike Babcock, who's a solid coach and fucking was actually getting us to the playoffs every year. And then he left for Toronto. And I hate Toronto too, so but Tampa Bay, right after Detroit went down the fucking toilet, got really good. And so I think that subconsciously I'm just fucking bitter that they're
Ah,
doing
okay.
so much better than the Red Wings.
That makes so much sense as to why you hate Tampa Bay so much.
Yeah, so it's really just that I'm just like those fucking Lightning doing
I
better
don't
than my
know.
fucking Red Wings.
I really don't know if I have a team that I really hate.
That's kind of the thing with hockey for me.
As a Canes fan, I don't really know who I really hate. I can't say that I'm not um, uh, too keen on Boston, but I respect Boston enough not to hate them, except
Yeah,
for like Shara, obviously. Um,
the I can tell you that I like way more teams than I hate in the NHL.
oh yeah,
But like I fucking hate the Pittsburgh Penguins. I hate Tampa Bay. I absolutely loathe Toronto with everything in my being. And I'm not a big Rangers fan.
true.
It's like I even though this is somewhat blasphemous to my fandom, I don't absolutely hate the Blackhawks, and the Colorado Avalanche are okay, but I'm
Yeah,
not a giant fan of them either.
if they would bring
But
back the Yeti foot, everything would be okay.
yeah, I'm saying. But like everyone else, I don't really have a problem with. I really I just love hockey. I don't know.
Um, then didn't St. Louis make the playoffs? The Cardinals.
Yeah, they did. I don't
Then
remember what seed. I know they're playing the Padres though.
didn't Molina bat you guys into a triple play like yesterday or something like that?
Shit, probably.
I had to
That
mention
seems like a
that.
Molina type beat.
I was like, damn, they went out bad Saturday.
Yadier Molina is the only dude in baseball that can simultaneously get a triple play on you and also hit into a triple play in the same game. It's like, did you see that highlight of him where it was like a 2-3-5 triple play
Oh yeah,
or
I remember
some
that.
shit?
Yeah.
That yeah, that was like earlier this year. That blew my fucking mind whenever I saw it. I but like
Dude, we absolutely sucked this year. I just want to forget about this year.
I feel
Um,
that.
I
I
just, uh,
I don't know. Who do you think is going to be in the World Series? Because I think I have my pick.
oh man, I don't know. I feel like it's a toss up, really.
I do too, but I'm pretty confident in like four teams, and I think I know out of the four teams who's gonna be in the World Series.
Ooh.
So I think that the Padres are gonna do it
Oh, Grand
on the
Slam
NL side.
Diego.
Yeah, I as much as it sucks because we're playing San Diego, I am pretty sure that San Diego is gonna win the NL.
Oh yeah.
And if it's not them, then I could see probably LA. Um, and then you know what would be the best though if the Marlins somehow came out of nowhere and
Wow.
and won the NL.
Wow. That would be something. That definitely would be something. That would be crazy.
On the AL side, I think that it's going to be either Oakland or the Rays. That's my
Yeah,
prediction.
Oakland's been they've been great. You know,
Yeah, I always want the A's to do really well. They're probably my second favorite team in baseball, honestly.
you want to know the cold hard facts?
Huh.
They deserve a new stadium.
God damn it. Yeah, they do. They really they deserve a new city because Oakland doesn't treat them well enough.
Oakland never really treated like their sports teams well enough.
Well,
when you think about
and
it.
that's really
Keeping
what sucks, man,
keeping
because it's like,
keeping the Raiders in the Coliseum in that type of like environment where they are not keeping up with the Coliseum and its maintenance and it's just terrible. You know, like
yeah.
they feel like Oakland was they wasn't really listening to the Raiders, and I know the Raiders was asking for a lot, but the Raiders had to do what they had to do. They was like, you know what, fuck it, we're going to pack up, we're going to move to Las Vegas, and
I
now
think
they're
that that's going to be a good thing for the Raiders in general, and I
oh
think in
yeah,
the long
definitely,
run, it's going to be something that's better for the A's too.
oh yeah, because now
Because
the
like,
A's, you know, they just have they have their own stadium, but it's a still a old stadium. It's
yeah,
it's been renovated for the Raiders, and you know the dimensions. Um,
the
isn't
whole
it like
park
a
is weird.
basically? Yeah, the whole park is weird because you have that Mount Davis in the outfield,
Hmm.
and then the dimensions and basically it's like a pitcher's park, right? It's
Yeah.
not really for hitters like something like Coors Field or
I think
something
that's
like
one
that.
reason why the Oakland pitchers are so good.
Yeah,
Like, they've been slowly building to be one of the best pitching teams in the MLB, and it all starts with their bullpen. Their bullpen is insane,
yeah, and
and
you can thank the stadium for that, but
yeah, and I don't know. They do deserve better though.
yeah,
I think with the Raiders leaving, and then the fact that really the only team left in town is the A's, I think that maybe they'll start getting a little bit more love. Because whenever a city only has one thing to cling to, they usually cling to it a bit harder.
yeah.
So
I
I don't
like
know.
I wish Seattle would have clinged to the Sonics, but
Right.
that's another
I
story for another day.
I like the Thunder, but fuck, the Sonics are better.
Yeah, but we have the Kraken. Um,
I'm excited about the Kraken too.
Crackheads, man.
The Crackheads, honorary crackhead since day one.
Since day one, man. Oh my goodness.
I've made it a point to like all of the expansion teams that have been starting to play.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love the Knights. They're so fun.
Oh yeah. I got my jersey.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
you know, I mean, damn. I was like, man, I really, really thought, man, like he was gonna win it all in their first season. But it was still exciting to see the Capitals win, being from the DMV, you know,
Oh yeah.
being from Virginia and seeing the Capitals win. But man, I was kind of rooting for the Knights hard as hell. Definitely. Um, yeah, I'm a root for the Kraken hard as hell too.
I
Hope,
I really want them to uh to do kind of the same thing that the Golden Knights did, but I don't know if you can replicate that.
I don't know either. I don't know if you can replicate that either. And shit, what the Knights did was like unprecedented.
Hmm.
Like damn.
Are they starting play next year or in 2 years?
I think it's next year. I don't know what's the status is on the stadium. Because they had to rebuild the stadium from the ground up. Like they just took the center arena and just gutted it completely, and now they're rebuilding it from the ground up. So I
Yeah.
don't know what's the status of the arena. I think they start play in 2021. Um,
Yeah, because I was
definitely.
wondering if the expansion draft was this year or if it was next year.
Yeah, I think it's next year, 2021. Um, that's what I would like to think. I don't think they're playing this year. Shit, I mean, it took them long enough to come up with a damn name for the team. Like they waited months and
Right.
months and months for the fucking name. I mean, I remember when Vegas had their shit together within like a couple months. Like we had the Golden Knights name and shit like that. Shit, even AEW didn't take long to name their fucking shit. We already heard Wednesday Night
Right.
Dynamite at the beginning I was like, y'all really gonna call it this bullshit? And they really called it this bullshit. Wednesday Night Dynamite. I was like, oh wow, okay, they had this shit
I'm
together.
I'm almost not shocked they did that just because of like, traditional wrestling and the names and the way that they started doing everything, especially how they had Starcade be a thing.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I all I want really is just I want there to be just in general, like, because I mean we were talking about like fucking hockey and shit. I want there to be a good hockey team for Seattle because they deserve one that's not fucking Vancouver. And
Ah, Vancouver.
it's it's just like I don't know. And Seattle's deserved a franchise for a while. Now bring one to Kansas City, please.
Oh man. Um, shit. Y'all got the Royals and the Chiefs, and that's it. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Kansas City Scouts for 2 fucking years in the '70s, and then they went off to be the Devils. So
I just wish. I just wish that the 757 would get their shit together. It shouldn't be. I know if we would have a fucking arena, we would have the smallest metropolitan area in like anywhere, because
yeah,
while Virginia is cool and all, I think the Hampton Roads area is like the most popular area of Virginia
yeah,
besides Richmond, and they don't even have Richmond doesn't even have the Coliseum anymore. They closed that down like a couple years ago. So what's
shit,
left is the Hampton Coliseum, which was built in the '60s, the Norfolk Scope, which was built I'm a, I think in the '60s or '70s, and like that's it. Like I mean, we have the TED or Chartway Arena. That's like ODU Stadium, but that only fits like what 10,000 people. Like we only have 9 to 10,000 seat arenas. Is it that hard to find a land somewhere in the area and build a 18 to 20,000 seat arena? I
right,
understand you
yeah,
gotta get the budget and shit like that, tax money and seat licenses and shit like that. But like, goddamn, the only reason I know about seat licenses is because I used to play franchise mode on Madden. So yeah,
yeah,
I'm kind of smart, you know. But
yeah.
yeah, damn. Like I remember, well, I don't remember, but there was this one time back in the '90s where they kind of made a big deal about having an NHL team here in Norfolk. I think it was
Mm,
supposed to be owned by whoever owned the Charlotte Hornets back then or whatever the fuck, but they
yeah,
couldn't get it done. Then, like a couple years ago, 2014, they had proposed 18,000 seat arena for Virginia Beach. Couldn't get that done, and yeah, I don't think this area will have a fucking sports team anytime soon if nobody pulls the hat out their asses. And
they want you to root for DC and like it.
yeah, that's the main thing. They just want you to root for DC sports.
Yeah,
I know one channel here covers the Redskins. Another channel here actually covers the Panthers. And I mean that's nice and all and shit, but like damn, like
I'm
when
sh-
you know,
also just to correct you, the Washington football team.
yeah, the Washington
Yeah,
football
yeah.
team, the
I
football
that
team,
which is still the dumbest shit ever. Please give them a real name. Please,
they
for love of
literally
Jesus.
had Washington FC standing right there looking at them.
Right. You can do Washington FC. You can do the Washington Generals. That right
Everybody,
there is the
yeah,
answer to me
yeah,
immediately.
but everybody want the what was it? The Red Wolves.
The Red Wolves I
The Red
saw.
Tails sounded
Red
fantastic.
Tails. Yeah.
The Red Tails was fantastic, but like you said, the Washington Generals, if they wanted to just have like a off, just a quick name to create something, Generals is right there, you know.
Exactly.
But now it had to be Washington football team, established whenever the fuck,
Because Dan Snyder's a dumbass.
Oh God. All right. Now for real this time. Any final
Yeah, for real.
words?
Uh, I think that I have gotten all of my final words out, all 20 minutes of them.
All 20 minutes wrapped into 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Yeah, basically.
Legendary shit.
Indeed.
Oh man. Well, I thank you for being on here as a guest.
Hell yeah, my pleasure.
I very, very, very appreciate it. We had to do this again sometime because
Yeah,
this
for
shit
sure.
was this was definitely lit. We had to
Yeah.
probably we had to probably do this again for Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
Matter of
actually, that'd
fact,
be great.
yeah. Matter of fact, Mari probably had to do this for this upcoming Sunday actually for
Yeah, shit.
Takeover.
If we can do takeover, that'd be good too.
Oh yeah, but yeah, WayJay, everybody. Just one more time. Uh, what the hell did Alexa Bliss just say? Um,
Something, something. I love Bray Wyatt.
um, I just turned 29. My boyfriend is 38. Well, uh, yeah. Give them your links. Uh, one more time. One time for the one time.
Yeah. If you're looking for the 4chan Cup shit, implyingrig.info, you can find everything from there. Um, but more importantly, if you're looking for my music shit, soundcloud.com/WayJay. Uh, I'm trying to get some new shit coming down the pipeline, so we'll see.
Hell yeah. You selling stickers?
Man, I haven't had a good supply for them in a while though, unfortunately. I probably need to get like a red bubble or something.
I mean, hey. That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
I might dabble with Redbubble or something like that. I mean, I use Teespring, but I don't know if they sell
Teespring or
stickers.
red bubble, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, WayJay, I appreciate you coming on the show, on the podcast, whatever the fuck this is. I don't even know anymore.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, like I said, much appreciated. I'm gonna end it here, and I appreciate anybody who decided to listen to any of this 2 hour and 46 second ongoing
46, yeah.
podcast. This is the officially the longest podcast in Ring Talk history, and I'm proud of it. So
Hell yeah.
we finally got out of the 40 something minute into mark, and I think I'm a professional at this now. Um, yeah, I can talk somebody's head off, and
Hell yeah.
hell yeah,
That's what I'm good at. Is talking everyone's head off.
hell yeah. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna end it off here. Like I said, you can catch this on anchor.fm/grizzlyfog, on my Cooling with Caleb YouTube, soundcloud.com/grizzlyfog. Um, uh, everyone's different, everyone is special. Um, stay base, drink plenty of water. If you see your friends saying that they don't like to drink water, slap the fuck out of them, make them drink some fucking water, and yeah.
Rest
All
in
right.
peace, Hana Kimura.
Rest in peace, Hana Kimura. Um, yeah, all that good shit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll see you next time. Stay based, stay positive.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know when this episode is coming out. I just know when it comes out. It'll probably come out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't feel like editing shit right now. I gotta wake up, go to work
I,
tomorrow.
I feel that.
But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and peace.
Peace.